Hey, yo. What's going on, ladies and gents? What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining. Appreciate you. Much love to everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Easter, everybody. If you had a great Easter weekend, hope you guys spent time with your family, had a great time. Thank you again, always, for joining. Shout out to everybody here. Max, Max, I'm surprised you're here, to be honest with you. XSLA, Bonbon, Jafar, XSLA, of course, going to sleep very soon. He just needs to get, well, he's supposed to show off a little bit and then get to bed. What's going on, Maddie? What's going on, Ryan, Otto? 706, Miev, what's up, Mohammed? NH, we got Absolutely Daily, Hab, LOL, Prayers, Eisen, Rag, Ryu. We got a lot of you guys here. So thank you as usual, guys, joining. Remember, there is a giveaway going on. If we can get $10 worth of 30 donations, I'll be giving away a couple things. So let me just change the screen a little bit here so you guys can see my ugly mug. We are going to be joined very, very shortly by some special guests. So before I go any further, though, the giveaways are going to be as follows, okay? Now, I only have a few of these sizes left. So shout out to my wife for putting these together, but I've only got mediums and smalls left of the hoodie. I've got large, extra large, and all the other sizes left for the t-shirts. There you guys can see the t-shirt here. And then, of course, this t-shirt. So if you can't get a hoodie, I'll be giving 2 t-shirts away instead and 2 sweaters. I know the hoodies are the most popular. I have no sizes left because those are gone super quick. And then, of course, we have the sweater. And then if you are interested in those, the merchandise is going to be available with the giveaway, or they can be purchased on their own. Plus, of course, we have ourselves the novel. That's right, my novel, which I will be signing and sending off with this, plus the limited time keychain that will be coming. This is, who's this? Who's this one for? This is for Kez, I think. Yeah, this is Kez. Kez, I still got your novel here, bro. So this is for Kez. His novel is going to be sent out once I get the keychains. And, of course, the Igor's keychains are out as well. P. Mortal, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. All right, guys. So, real quick, this is going to be an interesting stream. I couldn't, unfortunately, get the likes of TyPal, XSLA, who's going to sleep, Max, who's probably busy playing games. I couldn't get the best players in the world to join me, so I've got the mediocre players to join me instead. So we're going to be joined by 3 very, very mediocre folks with mediocre minds and mediocre gameplay. So we'll be here with Holy Hell, GoHack, and of course Alex. Alex being the best out of all of them. So thank you so much. Bro, he broke his monitor. Fuck, I don't even want to know what happened there. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. I'm just kidding, of course. I love those guys. Hence why they're here. We have to settle for them. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and grab them on the phone call. We're going to go ahead and see their ugly faces. Just a heads up. Mouse should have been here, but hey, Mouse is also in the Philippines, and Mouse is busy. So again, I had no choice. These are the only guys that would show up for me. So we're going to see their faces. GoHack is scared. I don't think he's even wearing pants. He might be in shorts or maybe even underwear. Just so everyone's aware, Ryan is actually at work, so he may get fired. We might see a public execution today, guys. And I mean by firing, not like an actual execution. But we might see him actually get fired. So I just want to say that if Ryan does get fired, you're going to have to donate to his brand new channel when he opens it up. Okay, so he's going to be on camera as well. And then, of course, Alex is here. My Russian in Germany, kind of an oxymoron. But hey, it works. It is what it is. So we're going to be seeing a little bit going on here. And, of course, I'll be here as usual. So Zaf is not joining us. Zaf wished us a great stream, so he is obviously not going to be here, but we are going to go ahead and so if you see Ryan turn his head and not speak, everybody shut the fuck up. All right, he might get fired. All right, of course, Philippines mentioned, of course, bro, of course. What's going on, Baek? What's going on, Ryu? All right, so what we're gonna do here, guys, is simple. We are going to take every hunter. I'm gonna not include SR hunters. We're gonna take SR hunters out of the equation because, I mean, maybe we'll do BOT for SR Hunters, but everything else for SR Hunters are not really needed. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we are going to put our collective brains together to make one functioning brain. And hopefully we can give you guys the best possible outcome for each hunter, including SJW, for every piece of content that matters. So what I mean by every piece of content that matters is we're going to be covering WOBL, Guild Boss, POD, and BOT. Okay, now if there's another piece of content that you guys want us to talk about, let me know in the chat. I think that pretty much covers what everybody cares about, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys the best possible, and I'm going to make this absolutely clear, tested. Best possible tested We're not doing that, babe. We're not taking care of Meg. I'm not a charity case here. We're gonna do the best. Thank you so much, Lorenzo, for the donation, and P Mortal for the donation as well too. As well, obviously Scary K and Tanjiro. Thank you guys. We're 4 out of 30 guys. We got 26 more to go for this giveaway. So we're gonna be a lot of us have done the testing here, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of it has not been fully tested yet. The reason why this is difficult to test is even if you match stats to stats, you're not going to get the best possible outcome unless you have the best possible stats on these sets, right? So we're going to give you guys some of it that's actually been tested, and we're going to give you guys some of it that we're going to give best guesses. Now, this is going to be a living document, which means this is going to be something that will evolve over time as we learn more about this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to jump on a phone call with these chumps. I'm going to share my screen there. You guys are going to see our faces, and I'm going to make adjustments as we go through this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me quickly make sure these guys are ready, and then we're going to get the ball rolling here, okay? So, okay, let me see. Let me go ahead and call these guys. Let's go video call. All right, hold on. Oh, they're already on this. Oh, they're already here. Okay, I didn't know I was late to the party here. Ryan, go ahead. Ryan's already starting calls like he's owning this channel. Hey, Ryan, what's up, bro? Oh my God, all I can see is his keyboard. Okay, can you hear me?
What the hell is this?
All right,
Guys.
Welcome. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you guys on the screen right now. Holy fuck, you do look like a Viking, bro. What the hell? Where's your axe? Where's your helmet? I'm disappointed in this right now. Hold on, there's Alex.
I got the whiskey up there.
Oh my God, is that alcohol behind you?
Absolutely.
This guy's he. By the way, for you guys don't if you guys don't know, he's in construction and he's drinking on the job. This is the guy who's making your buildings in Texas. So, congratulations, Ryan, for being an architect and yet again being a drunk at the same time. It's quite the talent.
You're welcome.
Damn.
I'm here to help.
Yeah. Ryan's getting fired live, guys. So just stick around. That alone will be worth it. It's going to be great. So yeah, there's Ryan for you. For those who don't know, holy hell, this is Ryan. Ryan, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
That was the gayest wave I've ever seen in my life. All right.
Yep.
I know you did for you.
Okay, there's Alex, of course. Alex, I think you're struggling with your camera. I know you do. All right, so there's Alex here as well too, and of course we have GoHack. GoHack ran upstairs to see his mom and give her a big kiss on the cheek for me, of course. He'll be back very shortly. I had to send her some flowers as well. My wife is here as well too. She's in the chat somewhere. So she'll be joining eventually and probably making fun of me. And yeah, he is handsome, right? He is handsome. So some people think you look like Thor. Yeah, Timo Thor though, guys. Let's not give him too much of an ego, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna go over this together. Maddie, thank you so much, bro. We're gonna go over this together, guys, and we're going to essentially try to come up with the best possible artifact tier list we can. Right? So
Are you going to share your screen?
Yes, I am. I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now with you guys. You guys should be able to see it, hopefully. Let me know when you can.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good? All right, awesome. So here I'm going to put a little bit of introduction. So let's start off with what have you guys tested? So I'm going to go one by one. And we're going to talk about what we've tested, and then we're going to go ahead and put our collective brains together and come up with the best possible outcome for this. Now, while you guys are doing this, I'm going to go ahead and set up the tier list properly. So, Alex, let's start with you. So I know you've done a lot of testing. You've put out a lot of videos. So can you kind of give us an idea of what you've done so far from a testing perspective and what you feel comfortable talking about?
So basically the most, let's say, major test that I was doing, it was about the fire team, pretty much obvious because we have Deimos in the Workshop of Brilliant Light, we have 2 DPS units, we have kind of good support for them, so this was one of the most important. Also, the second one is going to be about Thomas, and the last one, but not the least, I guess is going to be the Win team. They're kind of questionable because, again, we don't have like real endgame content for them, but maybe some tests from Serbia during the last week, and overall tests on guild boss, which are not that valid specifically for the guild boss, but for understanding was going to work more or less good. For the water team, to be honest, I tried them mostly in simulation gates, so it's not going to be that cool in terms of best sets and so on. With the dark team, I was trying SM Baek a little bit, but I have him A2. So again, not really. And Cha.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
that's pretty much it for my side.
What did you focused on WOBL, GB, or where was it that you focused on mostly?
Main focus was Workshop of Brilliant Light.
Okay.
A little bit of Guild Boss, but not like specifically, for the highest possible range, just to see numbers and compare them within performance in terms of teams. A little bit of Battlefield of Trials, but again, for specific sets and overall to see how they're working. And I guess that's pretty much it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. And obviously your videos are out, so we'll promote the channel and the videos once this is. We'll go halfway through. Ryan, I know this is kind of impromptu for you, and I know you're like my guild boss dude. So, and I know you've been done some testing, but I think we all agreed, all three of us. The reason why we jumped on this call, guys, is we said we think it's too early to give you guys a definitive answer on the best possible things, right? In terms of artifacts. So, Ryan, can you kind of give us a breakdown of what you've done testing wise and where you're most comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, Guild Boss and WLBL are definitely the ones I've spent the most time with, but I've really messed with everything except for some of the support sets. I don't like some of them with just the current elemental setups we have.
Yeah,
they don't work super well in those scenarios. So I didn't test too much with them. I will. There's definitely viability in several of them. There just hasn't been a good scenario to use some of those yet. But I've messed with all the new sets already.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. So I know we have that, and I think a lot of us feel comfortable enough to give you guys, like as subscribers and people who are watching this right now, just understand again, this is a living document, and I plan to have this. I probably will have you guys jump on again in the future to kind of go over and reiterate some of this and maybe change things around as new content comes out, as new units come out. Because I would imagine a lot of this was developed by the devs, not just for existing units, but probably more likely for future units, right? And I think that's where most of their mentality is at, because I think that's what they did when Curse and everything else came out, just scaled better with some of the newer units. So again, guys, please remember, we'll be doing this numerous times. This is just the first crack at it, and I want you guys to understand at the same time that what we give you now may not necessarily be the best case scenario for your artifacts. Stats matter, and I think we all can agree on this. Stats come first, right? Over passives?
A lot. And we already have differences in terms of performance.
No?
Yeah, I don't know that I would say always. It kind of depends, because especially when you get into sets that deal with damage increase, we were talking about it. Go ahead. Yep. All three of us were talking about it earlier. When you get to damage increase, the stat itself loses some of its effectiveness when you have a obsidian set.
Yeah.
You're not adding nearly as much as you would have before. So it allows you to do some different things with your stats, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're more important.
All right, so
passives.
We'll give you guys some examples of what I'm referring to, and maybe that'll be probably the best way to go. So go hack XLA and Max are big fans apparently. So are you gonna go on camera, bitch, or what?
You call me a bitch right now,
bro? Come on, I call you. You say right now like I don't call you that every single day. Come on now, son, get on. I want to show my jeans, man. There he is. Ah, look at him. What a handsome. Yo, that mustache is coming in nicely, bro. I love it. Everybody say how to go hack. There you guys go. For those who didn't see his face reveal,
it's insane. It's insane, bro.
Don't be calling me a hoe, bro. What's the matter with you?
Actually, a hoe.
Coming to my house and calling me a hoe. All right.
Anyways,
so, go ahead, go hack.
What do you want me to say?
I can't see these things.
Okay, so here's what I wanted to say. So I asked Ryan to talk about his experience with the new artifacts. I asked Alex, same thing with you. So you and I spoke, and I asked you, have you done testing? You said, I've done a little bit. So can you kind of give us an explanation of where your testing has been at, mostly what you've tested so far?
I actually did like a little catch-up night. I haven't slept too much, and I tested a bunch of shit. I mainly did WBL. I haven't done Guild Boss so much.
Yeah.
I don't like Guild Boss that much. I did BOT a lot.
Okay.
And then I did Pod. I think that's mainly it. And I mean, like the new POS. I guess I kind of messed up with the new sets to see if it actually does something.
Yeah. We're talking about POS, like the new POS 20s. I'm assuming you're referring to, like instances.
Yeah, with the hunters mainly. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think we're good, guys. Yeah, so I think so. Like I said, go hack and Alex, feel free to record this and put it on your channels as much as you want. I'm gonna record this, guys. This will be a separate video in case people miss it. But what I do want to do, guys, is get all of your expertise. And again, I apologize. This is the Temu team. I didn't get Ty Pal and Max and those guys in. So thank you guys for joining. Love you guys. So, anyways, no, I'm just kidding. These guys are incredible. So let's go ahead and start. Who do you guys want to start with first? Do you want to work our way backwards, starting from first unit to newest unit, or newest unit to oldest unit? I'm gonna let you guys decide.
Old to new, probably.
Old to new. Okay, so let's start off with our boy Choi. Okay, so here's how I set it up, and let me know if you guys want to adjust this in any way, shape, or form. So I put the hunter on top. We're gonna put WOBL, POD, GB, BOT. I think those are the four most important piece of content we have in this game. Correct?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Now, the way I'm going to do this is we're just going to talk about the best possible sets for him, and we're going to go one at a time, and I will put the sets on top. We'll talk whether it's 4-piece or 8-piece with this, and then you guys can jabber between what you think is most important. So before I start, I'm going to go ahead and start recording now. All right, guys, so start with Choi, WOBL. Alex, I think you've had the most experience here with WOBL. Have the new sets changed him in any way, shape, or form, or are we still going with the usual?
To be honest about Choi, I can say that, of course, he's scaling a lot from attack, and when we're talking specifically about sets for him, still I find like Curse and Obsidian the best fit. The other possible way, believe it or not, is going to be how it calls Destroyer set, which is going to charge his ult. Believe it or not,
one
if
hit
you have
kill?
proper stats.
One hit kill? Or,
No, not one hit kill, which is going to charge the ult from the QT. Yeah.
Oh,
this one. I was testing
it.
It's working okay because he's going to deal his ultimate damage and like his meteor each rotation, so it kind of helps. But yeah, these are like the best one. The new sets are not going to fit him just at all. If we're talking specifically about him.
Okay, so
about his stuff.
Personally, like on WOBL, I've tried to use him. I always found the arm set to work really well for him as well because of the attack bonus and defense pen. That seemed to have worked really well for WO for me. Like he's actually done better with this set for me than Curse personally on a few of the bosses. So depending on the stats, I found this to be more powerful than this, especially with Obsidian in play. That these two worked really well together. So
depends on stats. Depends.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All this is all depending on stats, right? I'm gonna go with Go Hack. Anything else you want to add to this one at all? Any other things you can see here working really well?
No, I think that's it. I don't know about Destroyer. I haven't tried it, but like Cursed, Armed, and Obsidian just work fine.
Okay, and then Ryan, any suggestions on this one? Have you? I don't think you're a big Choi user, anyways, right?
No, not a whole lot. I use them more in a support aspect than anything else. But I mean, they're right. That's pretty much his only thing, and you're pretty much between Curse and the pen one.
Okay, let me quit. Yeah, Destroyer set. Or arm set. Sorry, arm set. Has nobody used one hit kill? Does nobody ever use? Because it increases ultimate damage by 25%, decreases ultimate skill down by 40%. I personally have never used it for him on WOBL.
His damage isn't really from his ult though. It's from after his ult.
That's after his ult. Okay, that's fair. Everyone agree on that then? We're good on this.
His ult hits, but like the Q after the ult hits like a truck as well.
Of course. Yeah, it's the meteor that hits afterwards. Yeah. Right. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So this is it right here. So we're going to say 4-piece, 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 and then of course Obsidian being the ultimate destroyer of WOBL for him. Okay, so that's good. POD. Let's go with that one next. What are we doing for POD here, guys?
Depends on your setup. Depends on the week.
Right. Let's say it's just Fire Week. Let's just go. Or you know what? Choice pretty much used universally for me on my free to play, for example. For defense,
that's what I like. You use him like all the time.
Okay. He's used a lot in like a support scenario.
Mm-hmm. Right. You won't use him like DPS or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you guys think for POD?
Honestly, I like Blessing.
Blessing. Okay. Blessing for AP's Blessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he ultimates so often.
Okay. Is that what you guys for the best?
Usually you run him with someone that already has Blessing. Like for example, the main team you run him with is like Ayla and Meilin. And so Ayla has the Blessing set and Meilin has like Guardian Sylph. So he has like in that setup he either has the new wish set, which
Yeah, I
is
was gonna say wish.
okay-ish.
Yeah.
He either has wish or actually you can run him curse and obsidian in that
as
setup.
well. Yeah, I think depends on your
And
setup.
that works too. It depends on your stats too.
And where's the boots? Is these ones. So for those who don't know what wish is, I'm just gonna read it over because not many people have actually seen the set very often. So when you cast your ultimate, which he does very often, obviously with A5, he grants the wish, which increases your attack, which increases your defense, which restores HP, and then at the last one, if you put an 8P set, it also, I believe, where is it here?
It gives all 3 stats.
Right, and then you give user skill, basic skill cooldown by 10%. So I agree with you guys. If you're gonna run him as support, then you're probably going to want to run him with either Wish or Blessing, right? Those are the 2 best ones. And then if you want to run him semi-DPS, we do Curse and Obsidian. I think we all agree with that?
Yeah.
I have one question. Basically, right now... Sorry, guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the question, like, right now, with all the changes, we basically running Choi in the second team with the fire. Like, for the first team, we're using Kanaya, Gina, and who else?
Essel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the second team, we're going, like, as Gohak said, Ayla, Meilin, for example, and Choi. So, does it make sense to give him also Guardian and Sylph as an option?
Well, the thing is, you already have someone else with that.
Yeah, I would have Sylph on somebody else, unless it doesn't stack, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Choi, I keep Sylph away from Choi, and usually my other support has Sylph. That's personally my opinion. But I mean, if he's your only support, of course you can give him Sylph. If he's the only support and you run 2 other DPS, but I don't think most people will run Choi in that regard, right?
You always, like, when you run Choi, you usually have, like, 2 other supports.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Hey, Forsaken, thank you so much, bro. Guys, remember, we're 6 out of 30 donations for the giveaway, so just keep that in mind. So POD, I think this is good, guys. I'm comfortable with this. Okay, let's go over to Guild Boss. This is going to be the next one. Guild Boss. Brian, I'll start with you with this one since you're kind of the Guild Boss guy here.
For the most part, he's pretty much just sticking with Curse Obsidian.
Yep.
That could change, I think, in different elements. Right now, it's obviously fire, so there's a benefit to him putting out some decent damage.
Right.
But he's still probably going to be used in some aspect just due to his weapon. So the defense down is too good. In those scenarios where he's not going to be doing good damage, even with Curse Obsidian, that will probably do something a little different with his sets. And so the same sets we've kind of been talking about, most likely.
Okay. And if those folks who want to use him as support, do we think the Blessing set and the Wish set is still worthwhile having for him? Or has anyone tried Infamy on him? Because I know the fire team already gets so much fire damage from their elemental bonuses from their team. Is Infamy even worthwhile having for him? Because he does use basic skills a lot, right?
Well, if he's running in the fire team, then he really shouldn't be in the fire team.
Right. Normally he isn't. He isn't. But if somebody doesn't have Kanae, if somebody doesn't have, let's say, Yusuyun or another DPS to fill that team, let's just say they want to have Essel, they want to run Gina, and they have only Choi, like, would that be something that's even viable?
No, you don't do that.
First, and
I don't think so.
is going to perform better.
Yeah, I think you don't do that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Perfect. That's it. That's all I wanted to hear. All right, just giving people scenarios because I know a lot of people are going to ask who are newer players, like, what do I do in this case? But there you guys go. I mean, if you're a new player, you don't want to really be summoning for Choi anyways. It's just an accidental, condom broke situation, and out comes a Choi. That's kind of the situation we're talking about here. So hopefully that doesn't happen to all of you. Stay safe. Don't get Choi'd. All right, BOT. I honestly don't remember the last time I used a Choi in a BOT outside of Baraka, but
you can skip. Honestly, he's not used.
He's not used.
I was going to say, yeah.
Is he not? Is he actually not used for real? Not at all. Like I use him for on my free to play. I use him on Baraka.
First time I ever used him, and only time it was the first ever Baruka during early access, because we had only him.
Okay, fair enough.
You just do something else.
Everyone with just basic skills, you need to cast his ult, and his animation is too long, so it takes a lot of time. I was trying him. honestly.
Okay. So ideally
comparison.
keep him out. But let's just say again, I have to keep in mind in case somebody wants to use him. Can we just say Obsidian, Curse, and or would you do like?
You wouldn't use curse. You would
probably
use
No,
not
true.
Curse,
Yeah,
yeah.
true. Not Curse. Yeah, you're right. Because it
You would
takes a
go
long time.
armed obsidian probably.
Armed Obsidian, or
Yeah.
armed. I guess concentration is even worth it, to be honest, because it'll kill his MP. One hit kill, perhaps, for the ultimate, just one shot, something.
Two armed to one hit kill for obsidian maybe some shit like that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I think it's just bad overall, but yeah.
Yeah, it's bad overall.
It's not good regardless, but if you had to, probably a 2-2-4.
2-2-4. Yeah, I agree. Let's give him toughness. I'm just joking. All right, so that's it, guys, for Choi. Choi's out of the way. I kind of forgot about somebody here. We should have probably started with this first, guys. My apologies on this. Let me just quickly add him to the file. Where is he? SJW. Should have probably started with the man himself. Let's do that first. Okay, so there's Choi, guys. Choi's complete. Let's go over Sun Jinwoo. I think we should start with him because I think most people are going to be interested in his setup. Start off with WOBL. I think we're pretty straightforward on this one. Expert Curse, right?
This is an interesting one.
Curse obsidian.
Curse Obsidian.
Yeah.
Curse Obsidian, Expert Curse. Depends on which way you want to go with it.
It depends.
It depends. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say it depends on what you run. I finished it with all three of these on free-to-play and pay-to-win, so I think they're all viable. But if it's a faster fight, Obsidian works better. If it's a longer fight, Expert works better, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know that I would say Expert necessarily works better. Expert is probably just more viable the longer the fight goes.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there's ever a boss scenario where the bulk of the damage is at the end, you may see more of an effect. That's why, like a a guild boss, Expert can work right now because we do so much more damage with Essel at the end.
Right. So, like, for example, just to show everybody, so this was what I did. So I beat floor 70 on my free-to-play, and I was at 1.5 million versus 1.7, and I did it between Curse and Expert, and even though I crit less Expert because it was a long fight, I think I finished it with 10 seconds left, Expert actually ended up doing better for me overall versus Obsidian. So it depends on the fight, depends how long it is, but Expert did end up lasting longer. So, again, depends on the length, right? If it was a shorter fight, like Obsidian destroys it in comparison. So I think this is a good.
I would say it's more
Honestly, I
related
don't even
not
agree
to
with that,
the
yeah.
length
No?
of the battle, but
No.
to the build specifically for SGW. If you're running fire setup, it makes sense to use Expert. He will perform better. If you're using light setup, or I don't know, whatever else which is not that fast, the Obsidian is going to work better, even in long battles. If you're able to manage his MP properly during the whole battle.
One sec.
I don't know,
Sorry.
man.
One sec. Okay, well let's hear the counter arguments here because some of you guys are saying I don't know. Some of you
My
guys are saying
take
yes.
on it, like, let's say WBL, we talk about Deimos right now, right? I would assume. Even it works for Baron anyways.
Yes, of course, yes. It'll be Deimos.
Most of the fight, you have like shitty gimmicks where you don't even stack Expert. Realistically, you don't. If you do POS on top of that, he has like invincibility phases, so you're like even capped on those. On Deimos, I don't see a point of running Expert because he has so many phases where you can't hit him. You just have to wait. You do the path thing, and then you do the portals, and then you do the break phase.
The only way where I was
so
able
much
to
better.
finish him with Expert set, it was only when I was using Igris as a Shadow Authority, some Hunters which are going to increase my critical hit rate. Only in this case, like at the end, I had around 85 stacks from Expert, not even full amount. So this is something.
Okay, so
Like,
keeping in mind though, also go back with your comment and also yours, Alex, is so if you're not good at MP management and you don't have the Demon Slayer blessing and you're going below the 40% MP, Obsidian starts to lose its effectiveness obviously immediately. So that's another thing to keep in mind. With Expert, you don't have that problem, right? The more you crit, and even when there's the phases where he's invincible to taking damage, you can still crit and Obsidian still stacks, right? Because you can still do damage. He just doesn't take any off of his health, but it does still stack.
For the MP thing, it's only with light team because fire setup has no problem whatsoever in MP.
Okay.
So if you run fire, in my opinion, you run Obsidian every day, like all the time.
Okay, so let's just say this. Let's just say the Curse Obsidian is better between Curse and Expert. Curse and Expert is still very viable, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. Okay, I think that's an easy one to do. POD. I think everything's the same way. I think expert might be a little bit better in POD in my opinion.
Yeah.
but
You're an expert. Yeah.
yeah, you're an expert on that for sure because it's a long fight. You have no choice. I think we all agree there on that one, guys. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just able to sit there and stack forever.
Yeah, and Max is saying I'm pretty sure there's a rule of thumb where if expert hits 40 stacks in a fight, it's going to be better than Obsidian on SJW, and I think he's right. I think it's like 40 plus. It ends up being better. Curse,
As long
because
as that's not in the last 10 seconds.
that's right. Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, yeah, you hit 40 at some point, but then usually you hit that when you have like 30 seconds left, so it's not even worth that much.
Right. So again, it all depends on the length of the fight, right? Okay, so Guild Boss, I think we can all agree expert is better. Are we okay with that, or are we going to say that there's an opportunity for Obsidian to match it?
There's opportunity for Obsidian. Again, it kind of goes back to what Gohak was saying about how fast you're attacking. So if you're not using a whole bunch of attacks that hit a lot, you're not stacking as fast.
Right.
So where fire, you're attacking a ton. You're constantly hitting new things and building up your core and your fan and core attacks and all that stuff. Whereas the wind setup is a lot slower. It's probably half as many hits.
Yeah.
Obsidian is a lot more viable there.
That's fair. Okay, so we'll say equal across the board, depending on what you're using for a weapon and what week it is. But I think we can comfortably say you need both sets, right? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's talk about BOT. I think BOT, we know Curse is not good. We can obviously all agree that toughness is probably the best set because you're crit farming 90% of the time, right?
Yeah.
Obsidian for sure.
You add Obsidian and then you put Warmonger, and that's it.
Yeah. Would you ever consider champion on the field?
No.
No,
shot.
never? No.
So.
Okay, fair enough. And then we said, what was the other one? Sorry, we said it was Warmonger, right? Warmonger once in a while does work. Yeah, I think those are it. So just for people asking the questions in chat, guys, for those who are saying new sets for SJW, unfortunately not. Like anything I've tested, the old sets just work better in every piece of content. I haven't found a reason to use the new sets, right? So I think the new sets when they were designed for hunters, not necessarily for him.
I will mention we've been testing a little bit of viability of some support Sung Jin Woo scenarios for Guild Boss. Not that it's better. I'm not saying it's better, but for some people that maybe don't have a lot of good sets, and maybe on a Kane they can build well. There's some utility in actually building like a wish set on Sung Jin Woo.
Oh, as a support SJW. Yeah. I don't think many people use that anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I do agree. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead. You were going to say it's not. I apologize. I think I interrupted you.
Just that it's if we're speaking to not just people that have everything, it's something to be aware of. That support is still an option. It's not going to be as good, but now that there are more support sets, you have a little bit more options in terms of what do those characters need. Because we're going to get to it eventually, but adding elemental damage to the fire team is terrible. But adding some more attack or adding crit, and other effects can have a more of a impactful effect on a Kane.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you guys for joining. For everyone that's here, thank you guys. Okay, so we just finished. If you haven't seen it, we just did Choi and SJW. We're now going to move on to the next hunter that came out, which is going to be SM Baek. He's unique in a lot of different ways because his kit's completely out there. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. Let's go ahead with him. WOBL Curse. I'm assuming, guys, obviously we all agree that Curse is going to be one of his sets, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever Have any of you guys ran Guardian with him because of his massive shield?
No.
Nope.
No,
Never?
I wouldn't run that.
You would run his board with that.
Warmonger ever? Warmonger?
No.
Yeah. No Warmonger?
You wouldn't run that. No.
No.
What about
There's no reason to.
Armed?
I don't think you would
there
run
could
anything
be.
but Curse, honestly.
Yeah.
You could technically. I mean, I'm speaking more in a future sense of where there's a fight that needs pen. I think there's a possibility it could be a thing, but There's no
Nothing
content right now for
Right.
that matters.
Right, exactly. Okay, so Berserker, for him for sure, right? We all agree Berserker? Because he gets that...
You know what? I actually like
I-
Obsidian better because
I
if he
prefer
gets
Obsidian.
healed, if he gets healed
Me
from
too.
his supports, he actually gets
Yep.
debuffed from his damage.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't like
Okay.
I don't like
That's
Berserker.
fair. That's fair. Okay. Okay. So Berserker's huge for him, I think, for fights like you guys mentioned where he doesn't get the HP back. But if you guys have
That's true.
if you guys have somebody who does heal, absolutely agree. His HP goes up,
The,
and you're
the
kind of
problem is
screwed.
most supports heal and most
Yeah.
sets heal.
Most
Wish
sets heal.
heals, Blessing, I'm pretty sure heals too at some point.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
Blessing will heal.
No,
It's a
Blessing
small
will heal.
percentage.
Since they're working better just overall. So you kind
But
of
yeah,
have to.
Obsidian is just better, and like Obsidian allows you to like not have to build a skeleton set. Like you just have an Obsidian set for something
Yeah.
else, and you just slap it on him.
Yeah, I think Berserker is good for like BOT. We can all agree it's if you don't have an Obsidian set, it's good for BOT. But that's about it.
Yeah, but like
okay.
for BOT, you don't need to have an Obsidian set. You just slap any non-upgraded things.
No, that's what I mean. If you don't have like a 4-piece Obsidian for some odd reason, right? It'd be the only other choice I'd put on there.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
Mana's
kinda
never,
weird, though.
Mana's never. I know it is weird, but again, newer players, right? Who knows? Who knows what happens?
Sure,
I just
yeah.
I got to put that in there. Okay, so WOBL, we're good here. POD, I think I've never used them in POD personally. I would imagine it's the same thing though.
Yeah, I would run the same thing probably.
Yeah, Guild Boss again. Never use them in Guild Boss. I would imagine yet again the same thing.
I would try. I would
I don't
be
know how
interested
well
to
he
at least
stacks expert.
try expert on POD.
Okay.
Just because
Yeah, on
he
POD as
can
well,
sit
yeah.
there. Yeah, I'd be willing to try it. I think it's worth an effort.
Okay. Yeah, for those asking, would you scale them off HP or attack? It depends. I'd always scale off attack first. Attack's just a way
Yeah,
better
always scale
stat.
off attack.
HP is
Just attack.
just a bonus. Just add HP as a bonus somewhere here and there. It doesn't. It's not
Yeah,
your main
if you have
focus ever.
If you got HP like substats, it's good. If you don't,
Yeah.
it's whatever. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so BOT. BOT, I think personally, BOT, I think this curse takes too long to build. I would do armed with Obsidian personally. That's
You would do toughness.
or toughness, right? The two of those. Toughness is definitely better. I would put armed.
One
at the
thing
end.
you can also put his support set, as in you use him with Song Jinwoo sometimes, right?
Oh, true. Yeah, his support. Yeah. So blessing or guardian or like actually, I guess blessing. I guess would be the best for him, eh? For that.
Blessing. You can put like blessing, guardian, wish. Like all depends on what other hunters you have with you.
True.
But-
So the wish or blessing.
Pretty much anybody you're going to use for support in a Sung Jin Woo scenario, it's going to be all of the support sets because
It can be
it's going to
anything.
depend. Yeah, you're just spreading out the debuffs, and you might put them on them just based on when you're activating them in the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's fair. Armed kind of mid what I tested on with. Okay, so X, I'm gonna take your suggestion on this, considering where you were in BOT. X just mentioned putting Warmonger and take armed out because it was kind of mid when he tested it. So, I mean, it's X. I'm not gonna say no
Yeah,
to
I
that.
think
So,
arm is shit.
Yeah.
100%.
So they're-
armed isn't worth it. Any scenario you're going to use armed, you're going to use Warmonger.
okay, perfect. Sorry for those who are asking who's talking. Here, I'm just gonna quickly pop up. There's GoHack right there. There's Ryan right there. Holy hell! And then Alex, surprisingly enough, doesn't have his camera on because it's not working. He's the only one that ever has a camera.
I
on besides
send
me.
you the link.
I know.
To my
Is that
browser camera,
Oh,
so
is
you
that-
can add it to your
And then I'm
stream.
the bitch.
Oh, I have to do that. Oh, I thought I have to do extra work.
Yeah.
Oh God, Alex.
My bad. But
being
that's the only
difficult.
possible way for now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. Hold on. I got Video Ninja. Sounds like a. Oh, there he is. Holy shit, that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
You're
throw
about,
you.
you're about to click something you shouldn't click.
I was gonna say I usually don't do that. So, all right, hold on. Let's put Alex in a little bit of a smaller window. There you are. Perfect. Now we got you in there. There you go, guys. There's a handsome motherfuckers. Look at this. I feel so old. The only person that makes me feel semi-young is Ryan because of his white pubic hair on his face. But outside of that, I'm feeling pretty old right now. Okay,
I mean, you're old.
I am old. I know.
I mean, just a second ago, he showed his freaking huge beard just in the whole camera.
I know it's true. Okay, there you guys go. All right, let's move on. I think SMBEC's good. After this, we finally got Global. Global came out at this point, and we finally got Cha. So Cha is up here now, and we're going to go ahead and talk about her. So WOBL. Now, I know for a fact that people actually finish hard mode WOBL using the light team with Cha instead of Thomas. She was the fan favorite, and I think everybody ended up using Curse and Expert. Is there a place for Cha to have Obsidian? in WOPL, I feel like they're way too long fights, and she runs out of MP way too quickly.
Expert is not even the play.
No.
There's even better than this.
All right,
You run the Ruby thing. I don't know the name of it. Champion.
Champion on the
Champion
field.
is actually better.
Yeah, it
Champion
stacks faster.
slaps.
Yeah, it stacks faster. Okay. What else we got? Anybody else want to add anything
For
to this?
example, you can build her MP consumption reduction to 4.5 or 5k, and also give the last one HP core for MP reduction. She's going to hold during the whole fight with Obsidian, and it works a bit better, I should say, but it's a lot of effort. So people should understand. It's working, but it requires a lot.
Yeah, so
you're
people
going to sacrifice a lot of other stats as well to get there.
I agree. There'll be a lot of crit damage, crit rate, etc. I mean, like you said, it's a lot of work. So I don't think because we're doing a best of, I think we should just keep that one out because, like you said, it's
I wouldn't put expert though. Like expert is actually bad.
Really, I found expert works well here.
No, because like the hunter fights where you actually use your hunters, you don't stack expert. Like it's bad on anyone. Mirai, it's bad. Everyone. So like I would
every time you swap in people, you're swapping people in and out.
Yeah, but keep in mind.
Asking to tell you.
Oh, I guess
I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. Oh, okay. Hold on a sec. Let me go back. Let me share again. That's weird. It says, can the rest of you guys see my screen? Is it only Alex?
I mean, I don't need to see it. Like it's like you talk it out, so it doesn't really matter.
There we go. No, here you go.
That's fine. Yeah, now it's working.
Okay, so here's the thing. For those saying that expert doesn't work, when you switch hunters, you guys know the expert stack stays, right? It doesn't disappear.
Yeah, but you don't stack it more, so like it takes you even more time to stack it.
I get that. But the reason why I say Cha, and then this worked for me personally on my free to play when I was using her to beat Deimos, is because of her waltz and how often she uses it, how quickly she crits, and how often she crits. I always find that it stacks for her specifically, a lot easier than most other units because of the 8, 9, 10, 12 uses of waltz.
It's not that it doesn't work; it's that there's just so much downtime.
Okay, fair enough.
I really think you'd be done with champion or obsidian by now.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So we'll do curse and champion. I don't think we have to go further than that.
Question before we're going to the next. Did some of you use her with 8 pieces infamy set actually in Workshop of Brilliant Light? Because I used. Results are fairly good for her.
Which one was that? Sorry, Alex?
Infamy.
Oh, I haven't used Infamy. I have not actually. If you've used it, let me know because I think this is what it's all about. So if Infamy is good,
results are pretty much decent. And again, just to understand, like I didn't use the champion one set for accessories, but I used her with 4-piece curse and 4-piece obsidian set just to compare with 8-piece infamy. Like overall, you should understand that in a short term, probably curse and obsidian will be the best choice for her. And comparably, Infamy, when we're getting 10 stacks from 8 pieces, when it's going to work, it's working more or less on the same level. Like the difference isn't that huge.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick before we move on, because this is what most people are interested in here for. When you say it's not that big of a difference between Curse and Infamy, 8-piece, which one performed better overall for you?
Curse for Obsidian, but
Curse
again,
Obsidian.
it's all about MP.
Right.
In most of the testing I've done with Infamy so far, it's been pretty much just on par. There hasn't been really any noticeable increase. I'm still convinced. I did use Infamy on Seo for Guild Boss, and it did well.
Okay.
But it still didn't feel like, oh, this is the set. It was just, it worked well.
Okay, fair enough. Yep. So we'll move on from that. We'll put it there. Okay, so POD, we all agree that Curse, Champion, Expert, Obsidian, all 3 of those are valid? Because she's out at all times at this point with POD, right? There's no downtime for her.
I don't know that I would say champion in that scenario.
I wouldn't put champion in that scenario.
Okay,
I would put expert probably.
Okay, so expert and obsidian. Okay, I think that's fair.
Actually, again, here about Infinity question because of 40%.
Yeah, Infinity works too.
Yeah, Infinity works too. Yeah, for sure. We'll put that in there. So again, same scenario with POD or sorry, Guild Boss. Now Obsidian, I think we'd remove from Guild Boss, right? Because it's too unpredictable. There's no MP recovery.
Yeah,
it's too unpredictable. Yeah. So those ones right there. So question: with Infamy, so Ryan, you did some of this testing. at curse and expert versus infamy APs. Infamy gives MP back. Is it enough for her to be viable with it?
No, she needs. Well, so it depends on what team she's in. Right, that's
Right.
going to matter. But she struggles with mana regardless. Without Hansme in there. Her cooldowns are too short, and using the waltz as often as she does.
Okay.
You need just a huge ton of MP consumption reduction there. And in most cases, like even from the last live stream when Ryan was helping me with the guild boss, we even put Cha just as a pure support unit with even support sets.
Right. Okay. But I mean, ideally though, you want her to be a DPS because she's still a really high DPS. Most people won't use her as support. Am I correct on that? I think
not necessarily. So depending on the setup. So like this week, most people aren't using Cha at all. But if you're using Cha, you're using her for brand. That's the only thing she's going to do. Her team is not set up for her to do damage, but you're set up for the elemental team. So she's not getting any buffs that are really helping her. Everything is set up for the other team that is doing the damage. So in that scenario, she's doing non-elemental damage. It's better to give her something either more support-wise or gear that's going to make sure she doesn't run out of mana so she can continuously apply brand.
Okay, so what are we doing here? Wish and blessing for support? Or are we doing Sylph and like what are we adding here?
So again, it kind of in the guild boss scenario, it kind of varies. If she's in team 2 and she's supporting someone there's not someone good in team 2 that's really doing damage, it might be beneficial to give her Angel in White and let her support somebody in the other team that has high CP.
So Angel in White and Sylph, right? Is what you'd normally do as a combination.
Yeah, if there's other people,
I think I would put expert still
for sure.
I think I would put like Angel in White expert, just like you do with Liora.
Yeah, if you had someone in team 2 that was doing real, good damage that you wanted to have Sylph, maybe. But otherwise, if you don't, just give her expert and let her try and do a little bit more damage.
Okay, so would you guys wouldn't apply wish or blessing at all on her?
No, HP is like too much, I think.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Okay, there you guys go. So support version, we're gonna say Angel in White, Sylph, or expert, and DPS version, we're gonna say curse, expert, and infamy, right? Oh, actually, no infamy. We took infamy out of that, so no infamy at all. So here, I'll just add in curse right here. Where's curse? Sorry guys, curse. There we go, and then expert. Okay, there we go. So we'll just do it this way. There we go. All right, now BOT, pretty straightforward. Toughness always for her. Obsidian.
Yep.
Always, right? I think that's all you need.
Yeah. And compare it like way better results with toughness and obsidian.
Yeah.
Imagine like the fight is a bit long. You could argue that you put champion instead of obsidian.
Yeah, you could do champion.
But that's most likely you're not gonna use her.
You probably won't. I mean, use her for like I used her this week for Ebert for my free to play, and she got the job done with 1 crit because of toughness and obsidian. So it is what it is. You use her when you have to, right? Okay, fair enough. Cha's done, guys. Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's move on. Who came out after Cha?
Alicia.
Oh man,
hey.
the forgotten queen. Oh shit. Okay, all right. WOBL. Oh fuck. It's the last time I used her in WOBL, but it's gonna probably be Obsidian and Curse, right? Anybody? Would you guys use Infamy? I don't even see Infamy working on her.
Nah, she would stack it like shit.
Yeah, she doesn't use her abilities very fast.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, they're meant to be setups for her core attack as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. POD?
I don't see any reason to use like the core set, which is the
No, I wouldn't even use that either. This one here.
I would not.
Trash. That set is such trash.
It's so trash. Yeah.
Because like for example, the 2-piece set, you don't like the 2-piece effect is basic attacks, and you don't do anything with that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a core attack at the end, which you just
and then Hurl doesn't get buffed with that set either, so it's kind of bad.
Yeah, I agree. POD, I think we'd use the same Curse and Obsidian. I think she's Curse Obsidian pretty much across the board.
Yeah, because she stacks experts so badly.
Yeah, and then for BOT I guess it would be toughness and then Obsidian. Yeah, she's an easy one. I don't think
You can put
Yeah.
Warmonger if you want, like it's an alternative. I
True,
think it's mainly
yeah.
like Koreans love to use Warmonger for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Skills better off with attack than damage increase, so maybe champion would work. Yeah, ISO has a good point. Champion on the field wouldn't be a bad option for her if it's not damage increase. That's a good point. ISO, I think that would work as well as a backup one for all of this. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so Alicia's done. I think that's an easy one, guys. Who came after Alicia? Was it Meilin?
It was Meilin.
Meilin, okay. Meilin. And guys, we'll do the OG squad after. I just want to get all these release ones first, and we'll go back and do like Baek and all those guys afterwards. Where the fuck is Meilin? Meilin. Here she is. Okay. Meilin. All right, guys. So, supports have a lot of different options now. Blessing, obviously WOBL. The new Wish, I'm assuming, would work really well. I haven't tested
You can
it.
put
But
everything, I feel like.
everything, yeah. Angel
Only
and White, Sylph.
If you're
It's going to
using
depend
it, I
on
would recommend to
the
use
setup
four
and the
pieces.
team you're using.
Yeah.
Piece. 8 feels too much.
No, 4-piece, I think so too. I think with Wish you have to do 8, right? And Blessing you have to do
You
8.
have to do
really?
8. There is no way you're going to
No, you're
use
not gonna do
it
4
pieces.
because 4
First of
cooldown
all,
is so bad.
It's going to be like working for 10 seconds
I mean-
only, and you have 25 seconds
Yeah,
cooldown.
it's a cooldown
And
watch.
it's only
I feel like you
for
wouldn't
all
use Wish
teammates.
anyways if it's not on a support for Song Jinwoo anyways, to be honest.
Yeah, because see, look here. For those who don't know, the Wish on 4 set, the Wish's duration is only 10 seconds, but the cooldown is 25. It's fucking huge cooldown. While on the AP set, it's only a 5-second difference. So they almost force you to use APs. You don't have a choice. In this case.
Yeah, but then 8 piece is so bad compared to Blessing, in
I agree.
my opinion.
I agree.
Then
Wait, hold on.
it's-
15%, right?
It's going
What do you
gonna
mean?
depend
Wish
on
that
whether you
8
want-
pieces is worse than Blessing?
Let me check.
It's
Blessing
going to
first.
depend on whether you want damage increase or attack, though.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what the difference is. Yeah, so 20% damage increase versus 15% attack, HP, and defense. Oh, it's pretty good, man. I'd say 15% is a pretty big deal. Because there's always diminishing return on all of these stats, right? So if you have way too much damage increase and you don't have enough HP, defense, and attack, depending on the units you're supporting, obviously, you may want to opt in for that instead. So it's almost similar, right? Depending on, I guess it depends on the scenario. They're both viable.
Probably depends on your DPS. It's the same thing between Greed and Desire. It depends
Yeah,
on what
exactly,
DPS you
exactly.
have.
Yeah, so I think it's fair to say 8-piece on both, depending on your setup. That's fair.
Yeah, when you're
Let's
building a
say
team with
this way, for example, I was doing just tests. Sorry, Ryan, for interrupting you. I'll finish real quick. Like, if we're talking about supporting some attack-based unit, DPS, I mean, you even might consider yourself to use Shining Star on one support, on the second support, like Breaker, use Aquamarine set, and you probably receive better results for attack DPS unit. If we're talking about the defense units, I kind of found that the Wish set, 8 pieces, working a bit better. I was able at the end to feel the difference. I don't know about you guys.
So let me go back to the Shining Star set real quick, because not many people have used this yet. Shining Star set, does it actually work when a support unit is used, or is only tagging in? Because it says tag in only.
Basically, it's
When
whenever
you're
a
switching.
hunter tags in, he gets the buff. That's how it works.
But that's only when they tag in, not as a support, right? SJW supports this does not apply, correct?
Oh no, as a support it doesn't work.
Correct. Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah, when in hunter mode.
Only in Hunter mode. Okay,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to make sure people understood that, because I know some people were asking that question.
It
yeah,
actually
only
makes
works
it
in-
better than outstanding. The fact that it only procs when you tag in and not when the support tags out.
Right. So it's the tag in aspect of it. Okay, so let's look at the screen here. Can we just say viability-wise, is Guardian with Meilin as well? Would you guys
Yeah.
use Guardian? Yeah, I would, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
we agree that all of these sets will work.
I would use any support set at this point, I think.
Yeah, normally when you're looking at support sets, when you're building a team, it depends on who the person
the DPS is.
doing damage. Yeah,
Right.
what they need.
Right.
I don't know if you guys remember, but when we were doing at the end of Vulcan, when we had like too much stats for it, just before Baron came out, we would just speed run Vulcan, and I would run Destroyer Meilin, so I would have like the ult instantly, and I would just one shot Baron like a Vulcan, like you would do ult with Meilin, then you switch on Alicia, and you do like the whole combo, and it would be dead.
Yeah.
So like even Destroyer is like a thing, for example.
Right. No, I agree.
But that's a little bit too low. Let's say, imagine like we're going to get ourselves Yogurt Man, how Casualty calls it, the new Monarch in Workshop of Brilliant Light. What do you think? Like, it's a little bit of speculation. So we will probably have requirement in total power, like huge. Really
no, but
huge.
like what I meant really is that back then we weren't like 1,500,000 BP. We were like at the
in the past,
level,
in the past, but we're talking
I
about
was talking like in the
right
past.
now.
Yeah. Let's think of like things that we're using now. I mean, Meilin isn't used for WOBL anymore because we don't have content for her. So I guess, your point, Goak, is the fact that when she was used, that's what you did back then. It obviously changes a little bit now, but I think we can all agree though what we put up there is valid. So guys, feel free to use any of those sets. I think most supports are going to have this exact outcome, so we'll just do it that way. All right, let's go with POD. I think we take away Wish, obviously Wishing Star, because nobody can tag in. That's gone. The rest of these are valid, right?
Yep.
I think you can remove the Holy set.
Yeah, Holy is probably the only one that just doesn't.
You can also remove Angel and
Really?
White. It's probably bad too.
Angel and White.
Oh yeah. Remove Holy and Angel.
Yeah, I would keep it as it is then.
Like that? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Guild Boss? Angel and White is valid again, I'm assuming here, and Holy set would be valid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't run Holy though.
You want to run Holy? No?
No, probably not.
No, there's too many other good options. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a point in time where Holy was kind of used with Mireille,
But it was in teams where you had like 9 hunters.
yeah, that was a different setup, and there's just too many other good options. I don't think Holy really is going to be used.
Yeah.
I think you need to change your fucking name, Ryan, then. If you're not fucking going to be using Holy. Change it to like, Cursed Hell, or can we change it to Angel Hells? That'd be actually really cool. It sounds like a gang. Can you add the Z to your name, please? You're using a fucking 0 in your name. Just add a Z, please. Come on. I miss calling you Holy Hells. I'm so disappointed now that there was no Z in your name.
It's not my fault that you can't read.
Listen, it's not about reading. It's about adding some fucking
And it's
some,
about
some
reading.
sweat.
Though. And Holy Hell is
Literally reading.
Go hack. Shut the fuck up. He's old. All right. He's trying to be cool like me.
You're older.
What?
Can you just give him your
You're literally
glasses?
older and bold.
It's bald, you bitch. First off. Secondly, you got a little bit of pubic hair under your nose. You might want to clean that up a little, you fucker. All right. Hold on. Let's keep going here, guys. Sorry, this is gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna get demonetized 1,000%. Okay, so we're good for GB. This is good. Let's go for Gilbot or BOT. I think we all agree either Blessing, Angel and White, Sylph, Guardian, right?
You can add Destroyer to this. To the list.
Destroy. Oh, true. Destroyer is good for her on that one. Yeah. True. I think this is
And
it, though, right?
and I wouldn't put Outstanding just because Shining Star just replaces it, basically.
Sorry, which one?
Like I wouldn't put Outstanding just because Shining Star does the same job and replaces it.
100%. But you know what's weird about this? I don't know why they did this, and just for those who don't know, the percentage is exactly the same, I believe, right? It's 28% and 28%, which is so stupid.
Yeah.
I wish they made it.
Is they're working at the same time?
Yeah,
I mean,
they work
you can use
differently.
in single one battle,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, this one tags out, the
Like,
other one tags in, right? One is a tag out, one is a tag in, if I recall.
I think they're working similar, completely similar. Just the whole thing that
tags in,
you
tags
can
out.
use them both simultaneously.
Yeah, well,
They're
that's
both going to work.
Yeah, so they both work together. You can get both buffs, but you have to do the tag in and tag out. So this one here, Outstanding Connection, is when you tag out. This one is when you tag in. So if you do both, you get both buffs. Correct? Hold on, what is X?
Basically, it's working when you're just switching to the hunter. I don't know.
Yeah, so
But
Outstanding
my
Connection
experience
only
when I'm
works when you
switching
tag
just
out
this
with
is-
that person.
Right.
The
That's what I
other
mean.
Shining Star tags out anybody. It says you or a teammate. So
Tags in.
it triggers when anybody tags in.
Okay. So we can say, keep Outstanding Connection out, or you guys want to add it to the list? That's the
I
question.
mean, it still has a viability.
I mean, you would only run Outstanding if you already have Shining Star in the team, because Shining Star is literally better in any point.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so we'll say this is the worst option, but it can be used if you have to. Okay,
Yeah,
fair
sure.
enough. Okay, so we'll do that. Now, one more question for her, just because this is something that we used to do in the past. One hit kill for her, because her cooldown, or because her ultimate gives so many buffs. A lot of people in the past used one hit kill to get that decrease in her ultimate to allow her to perform it more often. Would you guys ever consider this
That
as
would
a
be in
support?
pod. That would be in pod then.
Pod? Okay, so pod over here
Yeah.
as well too. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Guild boss maybe ever? No.
Possibly, but I feel like there's
Ryan
too many
don't
options.
use her for guild boss at all. Like, what's the
Yeah.
trick actually, Ryan? Can you
Yeah, but
tell
at some
me?
point you're maybe gonna use her.
So the last time we used her really was she was replaced by Isla
Right.
with Thomas and Gunky. And even then you didn't use one hit kill. I don't really know
Okay.
that you'd really ever mess with that.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll keep it out for now. I use her personally because I don't have Isla on my free to play, so she's my go to for my buffer for Thomas and Gunny. But I have never used one hit kill, but I know in the past there was opportunities to use it. All right, let's move on, guys. Who do we have next here? You know what? Let's just do Baek. Breaker set. So let's go with. I know many of you guys don't use Baek. I think Gohack, you actually did finish it with him. But I'm assuming you've never tested the brand new destruction set, right? Which increases your
It
break
wouldn't
skills.
it wouldn't be worth it.
It wouldn't be worth it. Okay, so we're gonna go AP's greed for light. I think light needs crit if I'm correct. So AP's greed would be
100%. Yeah.
right. Would you
It's
ever?
working better.
Yeah. Would you guys ever
This guy
use?
sucks with light team. I can
Right.
tell you.
Okay, so across the board, he's just this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much Baek. Baek's an easy one to
you
do.
you could consider running him analysis and Sylph as a support for Song Jinwoo if you only have him, I guess.
Right. But I don't think most will do that, so I won't even put that in there. All right, Emma.
Really unique scenario.
That's a very desperate situation. You should quit the game at
I
that
mean, you
point,
wouldn't
I think.
use him either way, but yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Emma. Now we know the fire team has a crap load of crit and defense pen. So would you guys still say greed for her? Because we talked about this. The new set doesn't work very well for fire, right? Because they have so much fire.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Bad.
Right. So for her, it would be greed across the board.
Not for BOT though. BOT, we used to use her for Baruka, and we would have like basically damage set. Like I think it was toughness
And obsidian.
I don't think we would run Obsidian because we'd have too much MP consumption
Wasn't
with
it
her.
a while ago before
Was,
he got like buffed?
And it was before Obsidian got buffed, but I don't think he would use it. I think we were using.
We're using the holy set at
Firepower?
one point.
I'm gonna say firepower was used, but also I think at this point we can safely assume the destruction instinct should be the best one for her, right? Because the damage of the skills go up by 60%.
Not really, because then it doesn't apply to the ult, and you would get the damage with the ult.
Would you guys actually
the
use
opening
alt and
was-
BOT?
Yeah, that
Oh, I guess for
with
Baruka.
With Emma, you used to.
I guess for
with Emma,
Baruka.
you used to do the.
Yeah, the Baruka.
The ult kill.
True.
I think
the
it was
Baruka.
the Baruka fight. You'd actually stack HP, and she would be your damage.
Yeah, I think Obsidian still would work. Max is saying on
Obsidian
first
probably
Hunter
works.
Essel stage.
100%. Yeah.
Max is saying on first Hunter Essel stage they use Curse and Obsidian. So I mean, Curse could technically work for her as well, I guess, because it builds up over time. Now she does have a shield. Does anybody ever use Guardian with her?
Again, I feel like if you use Guardian, it's more to boost your DPS than to actually boost yourself. Because to boost yourself, there's so many better sets than that.
True. Okay.
Yes. So theoretically, anytime somebody gives buffs, which Emma does give some buffs, like you could use them in a completely support role and giving them any one of the support sets. I mean, we've done it with Bora, we've done it with an Emma, Yusuyun. You could theoretically give an Angel in White, you could give a Guardian to those people because you're not using them for break or damage. You're using them for the buffs.
X is saying she's just never used anymore. He's not wrong.
No, she's not. But like
exactly
since we are on the topic,
Yeah. No, because we have to assume some people only have her as a fire unit, right? We have to take that assumption into consideration.
Exactly.
Like for people who are never going to use her, you're not even going to look at this part. You're going to be like, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter this. But for those who do want to use her, I would say this is a good enough one. Max is saying I love Emma, and I agree. She's after here. Jesus Christ. Okay, so can we agree with this then? Curse, toughness, obsidian, and what was the other one you guys mentioned? Sorry, there was one other one, right? Or is that it? Or it was firepower? But we wouldn't use firepower anymore.
Yeah,
for
you
obsidian.
wouldn't use it. No.
Right.
Not
Okay.
really.
She's a swamp butt, bro. Stop this, Max. Jesus. Okay. Holy fuck. I can't believe we have to talk about this guy. Dongsu.
Damn.
Oh my
Are you
God.
serious?
You guys
Curse of-
even use him? I don't
My
even think
goat.
I have his weapon.
Yeah, we're just gonna say Curse Obsidian across the board. I'm not even gonna bother, guys. I mean, you could put
Beauty would run
Warmonger.
him with
Iron
toughness.
Will. Let's be real.
Yeah, actually, no. Ironically, he wouldn't stack it. He doesn't ult that much.
I
Yeah.
don't think I even have his weapon like past like just the base A0.
Well, no, hold on. Sorry, Ryan. Let me just go back to one thing that GoHack said. Iron Will doesn't need stacking. Where is it?
Yeah, it
Iron
stacks up ult.
It stacks
No.
up ult.
Hold on a sec. Well, no, you get the
It
8%,
stacks
but you get
defense from
but
ult.
you also get the 8% right away, though. Isn't that the same?
Yeah,
as,
but that wouldn't be enough though.
But wouldn't that be the same as Warmonger? Doesn't Warmonger give you a 10%?
I mean,
or
I
some
didn't say
shit?
Warmonger. I think Warmonger is shit.
Okay. I thought you guys said Warmonger, so I'll remove this.
I think it's shit regardless.
Okay, here. How about these two?
Fuck your ideas, Payne.
I heard you guys talking shit. Hey, F2P gamer, we don't use that word. Time out, motherfucker. You can say motherfucker, but you don't use the N word, please. I don't do that shit. So I'm gonna put you on a little timeout. Think about what you said. Come back here with a little bit better attitude. Don't use that word, bro. Mods, what the fuck you doing? Sleeping? I hired you motherfuckers for a reason. Actually, you guys don't get paid technically, but it is what it is. Yeah, please don't use that kind of shit in chat, guys. There's a lot of shit you can say. Just don't say shit like that. All right, thank you. All right, okay, Dongsu's pointless. We're done with him. Let's just move on. Liora. Oh, this is a good one. Libora's got a lot of uses. So let's.
I feel like we've used her with any set possible at this point.
I was gonna say we use her with a lot of different things.
So WOBL. Let's start with that. I know she can run DPS. She can run support. So expert.
Nah, there's no way you would run her with DPS. She has no DPS.
I don't even really know that you'd run her too much in WOBL. She's not good.
Well, let's say Baron.
WOBL.
Let's say Baron. Let's just say somebody wants. They don't have min. They want the charmed effect, which is 15% extra damage. I mean,
Blessing.
It's not
You
bad.
just go blessing then.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like any support, if there's only one support in the team, and you want to run them, you just slap 8 blessing on them, and it's fine.
Or actually, does she build her core attack fast enough? Maybe the wish said that
I think
because
it's like for it. I think if you do like both
Well,
skills,
Yeah, it's not super slow, but her animations
it's
are
not
slow.
that slow.
Yeah. Okay.
Half the time, I don't even if I am using her for something, I'm not even using core attack, and I'm already swapped out.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Let's just say blessing. I think that's as far as we need to go. I don't know if the new wish set works well for her either, but I think blessing is good enough. Right? We're good.
that
You
was
guys
just
think-
my question. Like,
Sure.
for whom you're going to use here as support, if it's Charlotte or SM Baek.
It would be SM Baek or Charlotte. Yeah. I mean, there's only 2 DPS Dark has right now, right?
Like for
And,
Charlotte, you probably want to use Wish. If we're talking like really precise, if it's a Baek, you will go with most likely the Blessing set.
in a support scenario for Sung Jin Woo, it could be anything.
It could be anything. Right. Okay. So POD, we're gonna just say pretty much the same 2. Right?
I'm trying to think if there wasn't like a moment we used something else.
I mean, you could technically use like Sylph and
Guardian Sylph, I think.
Angel and
No,
White and shit.
I don't think I've seen it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know much about where.
Angel and White, no for sure, but
No,
Guardian,
no.
yeah.
Guardian for sure. Yeah, Guardian. Okay.
I mean,
Guild Boss.
we've probably used almost everything on her in Guild Boss.
But what would be
Yeah.
the ideal situation? Like, what would be the best? setup?
Right now it's Angel and White and Expert.
Or Sylph. Yeah.
Yeah, or Sylph, yeah.
Okay. No,
Um,
are people not using toughness on her anymore? Is that old?
So in a damage scenario, probably on Dark Week, it might we'll adjust things. She can do some decent damage if you give her either 4-piece or 2-piece toughness. She needs a ton of crit.
Yeah, just right
but-
now it's questionable. We have 3 elements, the same elements for the second week. So what's going to be next? I don't know.
Her role is purely for her support aspects.
Okay.
Anything but blessing.
Anything but blessing.
Don't
Okay,
do blessing.
Don't do blessing in BOT. Or in GB?
Gil Boss. In Gil Boss.
Okay, Gil Boss is gone. Okay, perfect. There you go, I guess. So Gil Boss is gone for blessing. BOT.
What was it? We used her on the ice switch, and I forgot what we used.
I'm assuming it would be either Angel and White or Blessing. Wouldn't it?
I think there was Obsidian for the damage on the phase 1.
Okay.
What was on her?
I think.
No, we haven't skipped Goto, Max.
I think it was Guardian Obsidian, yeah.
Guardian Obsidian?
You would have to ask X, but if I remember correctly, it was Guardian
Bora
Obsidian.
said Guardian Obsidian. Perfect. Okay, there you guys go. Thank you, X. Appreciate that. There you guys go. Guardian Obsidian for Liora. All right, there you guys go. Yeah, you weren't tripping. You're not that drunk yet, Go Hack. We'll get you there. Don't worry. By the time this is all done, underage drinking. You know that's wrong, right? So does your mom know you do that? Mom, do you know that he does this? Your son.
You do know that I'm 22, right?
You know he's a heathen, right? He's like 12.
Right.
It's you know that French people grow hair a lot faster than most others. I'm just throwing that out there.
He's 22 going on 12.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, next up, Min. Let's keep going here, guys. Blessing.
You're talking WOBL?
Yeah, WOBL. Yeah, Blessing or Wish. One of the two. Doesn't really matter which one you use.
Anything.
Anything really, yeah.
In my case, I
Angel
actually found that Wish working a bit better for Thomas. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my stats. Guys,
Yeah, it could
do
have
you
been
have
either
some experience about it?
Good night, X. Have a good one, bro. What do you guys? So I've used both, to be honest, and I've had the same results, same time, literally no changes to my efforts. I don't know why.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't tried them that much.
Yeah, I use Min all the time. So this is the set that always works for me, always for him when it comes down to any form of content. And it's
I think I almost always have him in Blessing.
Yeah, me too.
90% of the time.
Blessing is mostly what I use him in. I don't think there's really much there outside of that, right? So
Again, if we're using Chow, we may use Shining Star, for example.
thank you, X. X says, I love you, Go Hack, I'll dream about you. After seeing his face, you're gonna have dreams after seeing his face? Don't you mean nightmares? I'm just joking, Go Hack. I love you. I love you. You're right. You're right. I know. I am. It's okay. I accept it. Okay. Let's go. POD. Blessing, Wish, Angel and White, Sylph. Is that fair?
Probably Guardian over Angel and White.
Guardian.
I think he sucks for beauty. Because you never have disguise, so he's like really, really bad.
In POD?
Yeah.
He's
POD.
not that bad.
He's bad.
He's bad.
So the only reason why I say he's not that bad is he does cast his ultimate enough where you could get the 60% bonus and damage increase, right?
Yeah, but you don't get half of the.
I know. No, I get it.
Right?
I get it. The desire part, or not desire. Sorry, the camouflage, whatever the fuck it's called, it doesn't work.
Guys.
I get it. Yeah, this guy's like, that's what it was. Trying to remember the name.
And even his main skill, like it's only what 5% without disguise.
Yeah, it's lowered.
And you have Beru anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, but again, we have to take into account that this is in case people want to use him, right?
If you're having to use them, I mean, yeah. Guardian,
I swear you would use Meilin over him, and Meilin is given for free, so there's like not even a question.
Go hack, amuse me here. Let's just say somebody has him at A5 like me, and I have no choice.
All right, then sure, any support set, I guess.
Yeah. I confirm your DPS min also doesn't work. Thanks, Max. Appreciate that. All right, so we'll go with this. GB, I know some people use them in GB. I have no choice. This is pretty much the set, right? I don't think this is changing.
Yeah.
Ryan has a lot of things
maybe,
to say, I guess.
Maybe Angel and White.
Yeah,
maybe,
I think Angel and White would work there.
That's about it.
That's about it.
It's also not a great option unless you just need him for keeping people alive. He's good at that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And then what about BOT? He's good on BOT because he does give Cha the A5 ultimate increase in damage, and he has disguise.
Yeah, he's pretty good for BOT. You would usually run him like Blessing or with like Shining Star or Outstanding with like Guardian.
And
these are working as well, yeah.
And then as a support for Song Jinwoo, you would have Sylph probably or some shit like that.
Yeah, okay. So I think we're all agree on that one. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. We're done that. Min is finito. Thank you, guys. We are now an hour and 28 minutes in. This is going to be the longest video of all time. Lim. Oh, my God. Why do we even bother? Who?
You're recording it for a video?
Yeah, this is a video. I'm still recording this. 58 minutes
I have
already.
no idea.
I'm just going to say greed across the board. Oh, see. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's Warmonger.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe,
greed.
maybe fire. I haven't tested it on him.
No, nobody uses
BOT as a support, you would use him with analysis. That's what I'm gonna say.
True. Solid analysis would work there. You're actually right.
Oh, I guess, but like you ain't using him. But
yeah, nobody's really using him. But we'll put that there. So greed across the board until you get to BOT. Solid analysis with, I don't know. I guess with what Sylph and solid analysis as a support. Yeah, I guess that's the only real option. Okay. I don't know, guys, how he's gonna work with the new break effects because nobody's really tested this. Nobody will test this, I'd imagine. But
depends on the dark
It's
team.
about scaling for the team. It's all about the
It's about the
elemental
DPS.
scaling.
Yeah.
We'll end up playing with it more during a dark week. I'm sure.
We'll have to try him out for sure. That's a non-tested one, guys. So nobody exactly who is this guy. Okay, my ex-wife, she's actually making a comeback in GB, but let's be real. In WOBL, you're just gonna use greed, right? They need crit bad, like bad.
Yeah,
So-
bad.
So
It's bad.
It's really, really bad. Okay, so POD greed again. GB, this is the one I'm curious. Some people are actually using her now. So what are you guys using in GB? Is it just greed across the board?
Toughness, curse, and obsidian.
So yeah,
What?
you can actually do toughness, infamy, and obsidian too.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that works too.
Infamy.
Or well, no, her ult.
She actually hits like a bitch too. Like
Well, she is a bitch. That's why we divorced.
Yeah, she did about the same with two-piece infamy as she does with
curse. Yeah.
Curse as well. Okay, put curse in there as well. All right, well there you guys go. So for those who have her built for some reason because you like the swimsuit outfit, this is what you want to use. That's really about
It's actually a horrendous swimsuit outfit. It doesn't even look good.
What? Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't appreciate you talking about my ex-wife like that. Okay, hold on a second.
It's your ex-wife.
But that's the reason she's your ex-wife.
I mean, yeah, you're
You
not
call
wrong.
her a hoe.
She is a hoe. She's a hoe for show. She's for the
exactly.
She's for the streets,
Exactly.
bro.
She's for the streets.
Leave her in the
Exactly.
streets. All right, we'll leave her there. We'll leave her there. My wife was probably watching me like, why are you so stupid? I'm like, I don't know, babe. I am. Okay, so this is it. BOT, greed. I don't see her ever going outside of greed for BOT. Unless you put solid analysis, I guess, in Sylph. If you want to give her support.
I wouldn't use her, but yeah.
I mean, again.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Anonymous, I
Yeah.
swear to God, I thought you wrote manly built her. I was like, what? You calling her manly? That's crazy. It's just the hair, bro. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. I don't see anything else. Are we?
Is
Oh, you
there
know what?
any
Actually,
way to use her?
some
No,
people use
sort of.
armed in the
No.
past. Some people use armed in the past to go through
This is
penetration.
not happening.
This guy.
I mean, so the whole thing with armed is if you're ever in a scenario where you need defense pen,
That's why. That's why. I was
that's
saying
an option.
that. Yeah, it's an
I
option.
mean,
I'll put it at
you
the
can
end.
apply that to
Anybody.
pretty much anybody.
Anybody,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the question mainly to Go Hack, what do you think about the BOT? Like, is there any case where you can use her together with Serene?
No, I actually think you would use Nam over her.
Nam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just speed.
Yeah, she's way faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
faster.
just slow as shit.
Yeah.
She's slow as molasses, is what they're trying to say. So you guys know what molasses is, you youngins? You guys even know what that is? Anybody know what molasses? I mean, Ryan, you know what molasses is. You probably use it for your beard to keep it steady the way it looks. The rest of you guys know what molasses is? Go Hack, you know what molasses is? Do you guys have that in France?
Maybe, but it's probably not the same word, and I don't know the translation of it.
It's all right. You're young. You'll use it one day in bed, and you'll be like, "What the hell?"
I just told you it was a
What are
fucking
you
language
doing?
barrier.
Hold on, pause. What
What?
are you doing with molasses in bed?
What? What are you talking about? I have no idea. What did you hear?
I'm talking to Cheekers about that one. That's a problem.
She probably doesn't know what I'm even talking about. She's usually asleep when I use it. Okay. Let's move on,
What?
guys. What? Woo. Let's talk about Woo. What do we got here? We got greed.
You never use him. He's the worst ever.
No, he's not that bad. Stop it. I have an A5 Wu. I have no choice. I don't have Goto. Fuck. All right, so I can comfortably say this. He's definitely good with greed. I actually tried him with infamy. It's actually not bad because wind doesn't really have that many wind buffers.
Are you talking about desire?
Desire. What the fuck did I say? Infamy? My bad. I meant desire. This one.
Desire is terrible in the wind team.
Really? I found it okay. I
But,
know greed's way better.
Using with Hansemi and most likely you're
Hansemi and
going to
Mirai. Yeah, Hansemi.
Yeah,
and
that's
Mirai.
going to provide elemental buff damage. So,
But I only have
from desire set is going to be.
I only have an A3 Hansemi, not an A5. I think.
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
but like,
difference.
Okay.
I think that's the
wait,
difference.
isn't her buff in her A1 though?
I think she gets an A3 buff or A5 as well. Where is she?
Maybe A4 actually. I don't remember.
I think
A4
A5
or A5.
Imagine knowing all the passives.
Hold on, passives. Her A1 definitely gives her a little bit of wind. Yeah, it is wind right there, but I think her A5 grants more. Yeah, 20% wind damage. I think that's why. I think I didn't notice it because I only get the 10%.
Right,
Because I'm broke, and then I think at A5 it becomes less viable because she buffs it so much. So, yeah. Okay. So we'll go greed for sure. I think across the board. Now I've used him with blessing as a support. No choice with Sun Jin Woo sometimes, and it works because of his extra dash. But that's a rare one, and that's up to you guys on that if you guys think that's viable. But I actually have used it here before, and it does kind of help with the extra dash. He does give blessing, so you could use him as a support.
It makes sense that you would need an extra dash. You got all those skill issues.
Oh, fuck off, Ryan. I hope a bird builds a fucking nest in your beard and you have another child for real and you have to take care of it forever. That's the fucking curse I give upon you.
Don't be jealous.
I know. My wife will never allow it. Okay. POD, I think we're good with just greed. Yeah? Wait, does wind even need greed, though? Because they have so much fucking crit damage and crit.
I mean, they don't need greed, but they don't need desire.
You don't need
like,
desire either.
Yeah.
Like, it's even worse.
Yeah, I guess.
You just can use him with some support set.
Goto does so well with Obsidian. You don't need full greed on him.
Yeah, because I swear to God, wind is so self-sufficient because of all their buffs that they have. It's crazy. Okay, so I'll put blessing in here anyways, just for the sake of for POD. I've done it again. I don't know why it works for me, but GB. I know none of y'all use this motherfucker for GB. I don't have a choice. I have to use him. So
I mean, you would just full greed.
Full greed on that, yeah. Or again, I would put bless. Actually, I would use blessing if I use Hansi Me with Guardian and Self. I've done that. So I don't know. Just saying. That's just my take on it. I don't know. Again, no choice. No choice. I'm broke, guys. Okay, leave me alone. BOT. Agreed again? Or blessing?
Yeah, analysis self also if you run them as a support, I guess.
True. Yes,
like
analysis. Okay, there you go.
As always.
All right, this is just a waste of time. Nobody cares about Wu except for me, clearly. Oh, fuck. Okay, Akari. Headless Horseman of Japanese Apocalypse.
Holy shit, why are all these hunters so bad?
Blessing, Guardian Sylph, and one hit kill, I guess.
Guardian Sylph, one hit kill.
Not for wobble though, but
not for wobble. Wobble. What about does Witch Set work with her? Does Light need Light bonus at all? Elemental? I don't think so, right? Light has a lot of elemental bonus. Do they need it?
Just trying to think. Wish it's not elemental, it's pure stats.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you can use that. That's true. That elemental
you can use.
That's a break one. I keep forgetting. There you go. She's not used. Yeah, I know. Blessing, call it a day. Not used. I think this is good enough, guys.
I'm using her because I have her A10, so I don't give a fuck.
Jesus!
I'm using her because I have to use it.
What a whale.
Somebody put a gun to your head or something? What happened? Why'd you get her A10?
I guess I had bazooka somewhere near.
True. Oh, there you go. All right, so there you guys go. A5, I think we're good. I'm not going to waste time on this one. I think we're okay with all that, yes? Is there anything else you guys want to add to that list?
For pod, you would use one hit kill.
One hit kill.
Like that was a thing at some point. Yeah.
Okay, POD. There we go.
Yeah.
Put these back up here just so everybody can see it. Guild Boss. Anybody use it for Guild Boss anymore?
No.
No. Okay. Ryan, Kazu says you look like a lumberjack. You cut down wood. Yeah, he doesn't cut down wood. He touches wood, though, for a living. It's how he makes his money. He's got dirty hands. He's probably got syphilis on them.
I mean,
For Guild
money
Boss,
is money.
we're going to have the light week. Is it going to be changed?
Hold on, you haven't looked, Ryan. Has nobody come into your work to fire you yet? I was hoping this was going to happen. What the fuck is going on? I needed some entertainment.
I put a sign on my door.
Get the fuck out. Busy right now.
Call.
I'm on a call. There you go. Good enough. Light week, I don't think so. I don't know how. Maybe. Would you guys ever use it for light week when Guild Boss? Because we have enough light units to do 6-man team. Do we not?
Probably.
Oh, probably. Yeah, so elementals are hard to predict because we don't know what they're going to be combined with. But we have enough light units that it's possible.
So
two
same sets.
2 full teams.
Yeah, I would do the same sets as POD though for GB. I don't think it would change much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
100%.
Akari's done. Okay, perfect. So we can get rid of Akari. All right, let's go to Yusayun. Model sniper. What a crazy combo that is. WOBL, I think we all use her. We know how she works.
About Curse and
Curse, Armed, Obsidian.
Curse, Armed, Obsidian. Yeah, that's the only way I would ever use her as well.
Ever expert.
Expert?
No, he said never.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
No, never use expert.
Never ever.
No, never ever expert. I agree. And I think for GB, Armed kind of goes away, right?
I actually think Arm goes away for anything that's not wobble.
That's not wobble. I agree. So it'll be this and
So-
this and this, except for
For
BOT.
GB is going to depend on if the boss has armor or not. If the boss doesn't have armor, like the queen is right now, she is not damaged at all. You use her for a support aspect. So you can run her in either a Curse Obsidian if you can gear her out well and get some decent damage, or if you need to get support stats, you could run a support set.
What would be the support?
Yeah,
set?
even kind of Choi deals more damage than she does.
If you needed Angel and White on the team, you could run Angel and White. You could run Angel and White Obsidian or Angel and White Sylph.
The most Angel
Just kinda
White.
depends. It just kind of depends on who you have, but she's only there really for her fire bust.
Yeah, she is fucking horrible for GB. I have an A3 version I ran, and she does way worse than my Kanai at A1. It's really bad.
But I'll clarify that that's only on this GB.
On this boss, yeah. There's no defense.
Because there's no armor, whereas the dragon had scaling
she
armor.
killed it.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she killed it. She was beating out Thomas like crazy too. So, okay, so fair enough. I think that's fair. Guild boss depends on the on the boss. That's fair. Okay. Sorry, BOT. I forgot. Armed and Obsidian.
No, you wouldn't use Arm. BOT has like
Only just
no
bad.
defense to penetrate. You would use toughness,
Curse?
probably.
Toughness.
Yeah. I guess you wouldn't use her, but
Curse Obsidian.
What
Toughness
about
Obsidian, I think you would use.
Warmonger would work as well because of the attack bonus.
Probably.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
That's so bad. You wouldn't use her, but yeah.
She's not good.
Again,
Like,
no
wait,
choice,
wait.
motherfucker. Some of us have no choice. All right, leave us alone.
No, but like what I wanted to say, for example, is when Baruka was around, you would use Emma as a DPS, even though she was out.
True.
Like that's to show how bad she is in BOT.
True. But like for example, in instances, I know we don't have it here, but instances like for example the POS like 16 on the forest boss, Yusayun shreds him. So like there is uses for her in some cases, but not what we have listed here. Obviously, yeah. BOT, I don't think you would use her. I've never used her in a BOT ever. But again, just in case, you never know, right? Let's see. Gunhee.
It's great for overall content. He's doing good, just not like for BOT or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so for WOBL Greed, I don't think you need anything else but Greed on him. I guess Greed and Obsidian if you want to do more DPS, but I think Greed overall just works better for him.
Yeah,
right?
just greed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Greed
Greed
is typically just better.
across the board. I don't think that changes for him. Okay.
Again, if you're using, for example, in workshop somehow Cha, you can put him 50-50, like with Grid
Obsidian.
and Shining Star, for example.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I've never used that.
Yep, just
Okay.
above Cha.
Just
If
above
you're
Cha.
using Cha in Workshop of Brilliant Light.
Okay,
Because
that's
Cha
fair.
builds your own crit.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so we'll put that only for WOBL though, right? I guess no, that's not true. You can
Only
also
for
do that.
WBL.
For-
and
what about
only
BOT?
for Cha.
Yeah,
BOT
sure.
will-
And for Guild Boss, I think we used to use him like 4/4, like Greed Obsidian.
Yeah, I think so
We
too.
did
But
for a little bit. Um,
But then I think it shifted back to 8.
it
Yeah.
shifted back to 8. Yeah.
no. Okay.
Because
Actually, the
Thomas was
new
actually
break
doing well.
accessory might work for him well if you're considering Obsidian, because he is breaking with everything, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. Like
Yeah,
all
Destroyer.
basic skills, the ultimate, yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. That's
They're
actually a very good point.
Yeah,
they're
everything
the
breaks
same
with him.
damage increase. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, wait. Everything breaks, but it still only applies to skills.
It's all
It
skills.
doesn't
though.
matter.
Yeah, it's all skills, including. But does that include ultimate though?
No, ultimate is not included.
Ah, okay. Well, then that's
Whoa,
not.
hold on.
Are we
Read
sure?
the language. Because it's an ultimate skill. It
Yeah, but
doesn't-
100% it's basic skills. It says.
Does it say basic skills? Okay.
I'm like 95% sure.
I'm gonna read it right now. Hold on.
You might be right.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says break skills. Damage of user skills. Well, no. The damage of user skills with the break effect. So it's any skill with break effect. So that would be
Any
basic attacks
skill, I
and regular
consider it.
attacks and ultimate. No, it'd be anything.
No, it doesn't work like that because otherwise Sirin would have an additional damage on BOT and she doesn't. Like Sirin's damage
find out.
is disgusting with that.
Let's find out right now.
100%.
Let's do a quick little test, folks. Let's find out. I'm gonna go to. Let me just go to Battlefield of Trials for a second, and just do a quick little test.
I was also curious because from description you can't really understand. Is it going to apply only to basic skills or to every skills?
Because
They didn't provide it
what they wrote
clear.
what they wrote, Alex, in Korean is global go fuck yourselves. That's not actually what it says. They translates
that's
into
true.
that.
That's
That's
true.
what it says.
There's never been a text confusion from that marble in this game.
Yeah, never. Hold on. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
they're
No, it's always pretty like understandable from the get go.
Yeah, right from
super
the
cut
get-go.
and dry.
Super cut and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, one missile gets affected when they meant to say all missiles get affected. Fucking idiots. Plural, bitches! We're literal in this game now. Let me see.
The
430,
translation team called like Google Translate, you know, they work really well.
100%. What floor should I do here? Floor 29. There we go. Okay, this will be easy enough. Floor 29. Let me just get him butt naked for a second. That's right. Old man is going to be butt naked, folks. Let's just see how this works. Jesus Christ, he's so powerful. Why are you so
There's
strong,
one
old
thing.
man?
The destructive 100% doesn't take into consideration core attack and basic attack. That's for sure.
Well,
For the ult, I'm like 90% sure.
Before you said 95%, now you're saying
Yeah,
90%.
he's dropping his percentages,
You're
guys.
getting less
95 was for the other thing.
He's dropping his percentages. He hasn't cast it. Everybody make fun of him. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to
You
find.
already do so.
I know. Sorry, Gohack. I don't. Okay, here, perfect. Let's go with. Let me just quickly change this out. So we'll do destruction set. Actually, you know what? We'll do this set for. Well, actually, what set makes most sense to work here? This is gonna be interesting. Should we just
I
test
don't know what you're
with?
doing.
I'm trying to test to see if destruction does more damage. So let's just go with ultimate or not. I'm just trying to let me see. Take this out. I'll keep this on.
I mean, why don't you just do it with a base obsidian and a
Yeah,
base?
yeah, just
that's what I'm gonna do.
non-upgraded.
That's what I'm gonna do. Just give me a sec. Let me find
Yeah.
obsidian. Here we go. And we'll just throw in a few of these. Swap. Oh fuck! What did I do that for? One sec, guys. I forgot there's a second one here. Oh, it's all greed. Son of a bitch. Oh, let me replace this out. I need light damage though. Let me just quickly filter light damage. The problem is I gotta build an ultimate up to see if it works. So additional attacks, sure. Let's just.
I mean,
Just a quick little test.
Okay, let's find out.
run him
404
with a destroyer on the left.
on the left to get it faster. Sure, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Destroyer set. Where is that? Fucking hell! I can't read,
Yeah,
guys.
you
I'm
just
sorry. I'm also blind. I'm legally blind and I can't read. It's just a bad combination of things. Wait.
I mean, you kind of have to make sure you don't have any stats that like increase your damage.
Yeah, I know.
Also.
It's whatever. We'll do our best to just put something in here. Why does she have all this on? It's a good thing I kept this. What the fuck? Okay, healing given. There we go.
As a reality said, a quick test.
A quick
Said.
test. It's a quick test. What is it? 17k defense, And then 50% ones. Okay, 17k defense. All right, let's find out. See how this works. Did I have enough power here?
Anyways,
Fuck.
this is going to be faster than the whole shit we did before.
That is Shadow.
Hold on, sorry. No, Shadow's gonna give way too much power. That's the problem. Just find someone I can.
If it's consistent, that's fine.
Yeah, if you have too much power on both, it's whatever, right?
Yeah. I just didn't want the blue to be there, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just throw one in.
I feel like
Hold on. Tusk? No. So that's no, I definitely don't want that guy in there. Here, I'll go put Baruka in there. Okay.
I guess we lost Gohak.
Oh yeah, I have cores. I forgot. Yeah, cores help, obviously. It's very quick, guys. Fuck off, okay? Oh, now my game froze. Now my game froze too. Look at this. This is ridiculous.
We'll just test it. We'll just test it later.
What is wrong with this game, guys? Fuck. I just want to test. Okay, well, we're going to have to do this later. Jesus Christ, Marble, get your shit together. We're in the middle of a live stream, people. All right, never mind. It is what it is. Okay, we'll test that later, guys. We'll come back to it. All right, this is good enough for now. My apologies. We'll get back to that one later. Hansi me. Fucking game, I swear to God. I can't believe I covered this shit.
I mean, anything that's like support.
Just depends. Support.
Yeah.
Blessing and Wish.
Yeah.
And Sylph and Guardian.
And Guardian and everything.
And Guardian and Angel and White, and you guys get the point, right? Where the fuck is Guardian? There we go. Okay,
and
across
Shining
the board.
Star and Outstanding and whatever.
Yeah.
Shining Star. Sorry, Shining Star and Outstanding. True. Actually, Outstanding you wouldn't put in POD, so that's not true. And this wouldn't go in
You
POD
won't
either.
put it in POD at all, only a Workshop of Brilliant Light, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
and
BOT.
And BOT. There you guys go. And there. Perfect. Netmarble's like, oh, you want to do a quick test, motherfucker? Time to crash a game. Thanks, Netmarble. Appreciate you. Here we go. All right, let's go over to the man of the century, the biggest letdown on the planet, Thomas Andre.
He's not even a letdown.
I know. He's actually really fucking good still, and he's still my main unit in my free-to-play account, and he does wonders.
I still hate him though.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think this is pretty straightforward. Obsidian.
Yeah.
Obsidian.
Yeah.
Fuck is Obsidian.
There's really only one combination.
Iron Will is actually like the best option as well.
It is. Iron Will's better. Yeah, Iron Will's much better.
Iron Will, Obsidian, and the backup is Cursed Obsidian. That's it.
Isu says, explain why it takes one more rotation on BOT mini boss with destruction instead of Obsidian. Isu, I can't explain it. I haven't tested it, but I will let you know as soon as I figure it out. Princess, GB, I think this is fair. Again,
what was the question?
She said, explain why it takes one more rotation to finish a mini boss using destruction versus Obsidian. We're good here. I don't think there's anything else we need to add. Actually, that's not true. Expert does work with defense.
In BOT, you would actually run toughness probably.
Toughness as well. Yeah, true. Put this at the end. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thomas is done. Excellent. All right, let's go over to Charlotte, which will be the exact same setup, literally.
Yeah.
Across the board.
The same exact thing.
Yeah, so they're the exact same unit, except one's a little girl with dark, and the other one's a big manly man who looks like Ryan.
She's a bit worse with Iron Will because she stacks it a bit slower, like the stacking part.
She does her ult every 20 seconds. Thomas does it a little bit faster. I think Thomas is every 15 if I counted. It's a 5-second difference, but I mean it's still viable, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't say otherwise.
Yeah. I think Curse is better. I do agree, though. I think Curse will work better than Iron Will for her.
The question, Gohak, you're doing several runs on Guild Boss with Thomas. Am I correct about it?
Yeah, Iron Will is better.
Iron Will, yeah, for sure.
Even on the Guild Boss with AI, it's working pretty much well, yeah?
Yeah. With AI, it works the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, I do think AI probably fucks up the ult timing and like the cooldown of the set, but it still does better. So.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
I think you get so much defense from it that it just is out anyways.
All right, guys. Moving over to Harper. Agreed across the board. I think they need a lot of crit, right? I think Dark needs a lot of crit because they have a lot of Dark bonuses. Like everybody gives Dark bonuses. So Harper, I think, would probably wear greed across the board. Anybody else use
I've
otherwise?
never had to do anything that was better.
Yeah, me
or
either.
different.
Me either. I think greed just works best for her. I don't think there's anything else you would use. Because I think one thing Dark does really well is give a lot of dark damage. I don't think you'd even use a new set for her.
No way.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
Okay,
stacking it too much.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. Perfect. Isla, we agree on this one. I think she just takes everything that everybody else does. All support stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest things for her, though, is Sylph and Blessing work really well on her because of how much she ults.
Sylph and Blessing. Okay.
So the two most common for her are Sylph and Guardian and Blessing.
Okay. Wish I haven't tested on her personally.
I mean, you can put Wish in there because it's about the same as Blessing, basically. Like if she's good with Blessing, she'll be good with Wish. Just depends on the setup.
Yeah, it depends on the setup.
Only 8 pieces.
Engine White you can remove though, 100%.
From POD?
Yeah, no, from anything. You wouldn't
From
use
anything.
her with that.
You wouldn't really use her with she's too good at other things to use
Okay.
Engine White.
So we'll take that off then. And then same thing for Guild Boss, right?
Yep.
Hey, Hamza, thank you so much, bro. All right, guys, we're at 8 out of 30. We still got 22 more to go for this merch giveaway. So make sure if you guys want to wear me on your body for the rest of your life, you can do so.
I'm definitely getting fired today for this. Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
I thought you meant we're 8 out of 30 hunters, and I was like, oh, this
No.
is...
We're almost done. We're almost done.
Oh.
We're almost done. We're almost done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more to go. 6 more to go. Thank you, Hamza. Appreciate you, bro. All right. The woman that changed the game. Kanae, yes, you can.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? She's the most unique unit still in the game, in my opinion, unless New Chalk comes in and just completely destroys her. But one hit kill.
Well, we can put Infamy,
Curse, Infamy,
Curse, Executioner, Obsidian, anything works.
Obsidian.
So
She
I
shreds.
think right now the best combinations are either
Put Executioner though. Even Expert.
Infamy and Expert Obsidian, or Curse one hit kill Expert Obsidian, depending on the length of content and how it's set up.
So champion on the field, I think works really well for her too because of how quickly she gets to that point, right?
I think she scales pretty bad with attack.
I don't think it's going to be better than
I think it's
either
going to be
Expert
bad
or
actually.
Obsidian. Yeah, it's just not enough.
Okay, just like that.
Put Executioner just because if you can't manage her MP that well, it's a decent trade-off for
It's the
Obsidian.
first one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't used that, but that makes sense.
Okay. So for those who are saying best is Infamy, to be honest, after doing my testing with Infamy versus Curse and one hit kill, they're very close. Like it's
On mobile,
almost
it's like super close.
it's super close
There's-
on WLBL.
They're effective. If you already have that stuff built from before, it's pretty much, I would say, not worth the resources
Yeah.
to change
To
it.
do
It's
this.
that close.
Well,
I mean,
so
realistically, yeah, go on. Sorry.
no, I was gonna say. So the only reason why you'd want to even spend resources on Infamy is if you're gonna use her obviously in team battles, which you will, obviously, right? So it's worth definitely building Infamy, but not for WLBL on its own, but for the other stuff for sure.
Not that you should rush it.
So for those
One-
saying, sorry, one sec, go ahead. For those saying that
Go on.
the mana consumption is too much for her, you have to build her with mana consumption reduction. There's no Kanae that works well without that. You have to have that on her. So
A lot.
and you will see the difference. Like if you guys are not building her with MP reduction, you're not using her correctly. You're using a half-assed version of her, right? Just for me, thank you so much, bro. But it's a $10 this time because I'm putting more in there. I appreciate you though. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm getting more cheap and cheap every time because my kids are costing an arm and a leg. Yeah. So for those who are wanting to build her correctly, take it from anybody who's used her like expertly. Then you definitely want to use MP consumption for sure. Like, what do you guys think? Like 4K, 3K, 5K MP reduction?
Depends, if you run
on the
Infamy, no.
Yeah, it depends on the content.
Yeah, depends on the content.
I mean, Isu brings up the point, and this is a part of it, is that if you can run Infamy, you don't need as much MP consumption, which means more stats. But
Like around 2.5, maybe 3K.
you still need quite a bit. Like it's not something you can walk in and with nothing
And
or less than
regardless,
1,000.
the problem with Infamy is until like the time it's gonna take to actually have a decent full set of Infamy is gonna be like insane.
for a relatively minor upgrade.
Most of us have like a perfect setup with her already with like the other sets. So like until we can change it for infamy, she might as well just be out of like the equation, or just we're gonna have something else to like replace it with. So I don't know.
Yeah. So so I think we're good there. Let's go to POD. Infamy for sure because of the extra 40%, but I still think Curse and Obsidian works really well. Do you guys think that for this one here, it's better off to be using
you would have experts
expert here for sure, right?
Expert because she just
For
sits there.
POD and Giggles, you're not going to use it just because she's not going to manage mana at all.
Thank you, just for me. Appreciate it, bro. All right, guys, we're 9 out of 30. Sorry, I just got to announce this. We got 21 more for the giveaway, so keep that in mind. Yeah, and I agree. So, but what about Executioner? Would you use that there at all instead of Obsidian because you don't need the MP portion of it? Probably not, right? Because the dragons... I don't know how the dragon's HP scaling works.
I actually don't know if it actually procs or not.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've never noticed because I've never used it.
It probably does. It probably does. So I guess it would work. Actually, I'm gonna test that after the stream. I'm actually gonna test that.
Okay,
well, they're both 60, right?
Yeah, they're both 60%, but one doesn't require the MP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would run Executioner over.
But you don't have MP issues on
POD.
Oh yeah, she doesn't because you have Gina.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, if somebody doesn't have Gina, like I have an A0 Gina with no weapon, and I still use her, so I use her with Choi, Essel, and
even POD. Mana's never an issue for anybody.
Okay. Well,
it
anyways,
really isn't. Yeah.
Run this anyways, guys. If you want to test it, I'm curious to see if it works. It should because the dragon goes down to 0% HP.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it. It's gonna be. Oh,
fun. Max says it doesn't work. Interesting. Okay,
it
Max.
doesn't work.
Okay, I'll take Max's word on it. I'm sure he's done it already. So okay, so we'll see Infamy, Guild Boss, Infamy, one hit kill, Curse, and Expert again, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same until maybe bot and.
So Mac is asking why would you sacrifice a lot of stats for MP reduction to wear Obsidian? Because Obsidian gives you 6% bonus in damage. It's worth a little bit of MP consumption reduction. And not only that, right?
It's mainly the main thing is that Kanai like scales very bad with attack.
Yeah.
Because she already has so much from her passive. I think it's Isu that came up with.
Your French mic broke. Go ahead.
It's
Obsidian.
not mic, it's internet.
Oh, that's French internet.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut out. You said Isu came up with, and then.
Oh yeah, you need like 97 expert stack to actually beat Obsidian, right?
Oh, okay. There you go.
So like, yeah, Obsidian is
it depends on the duration of the fight. If you're swapping people in and out, how well can you build expert stacks? That's why if you're
Executioner shouldn't work on Guild Boss because the Guild Boss recovers HP every single time you kill.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It goes up and down. It would be terrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's go to BOT, guys. I'm assuming toughness as usual. Always toughness. For the crits, Obsidian in this case, obviously to kill. Curse wouldn't be there.
Actually, not Obsidian, but here it's actually going to be
champion on the field. Oh, Executioner. True. Sorry, not Obsidian. You're right. Does Infamy work on BOT? Has anyone tested that at all?
I was trying, but it's
I think it's
results.
too slow.
So just that, right? Toughness and Executioner. Okay.
Toughness, Executioner. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Soren, brand new. My current wife. Sorry, babe. Wherever you were upstairs. Greed for sure because I think water needs a shitload of crit.
Desire is so bad.
Desire is really bad.
Water team right now is so bad with Desire.
It's all crazy. They have so much water bonus. It's crazy too. Like I just calculated, I think it was like 32% without Chai even.
It's a lot.
So I think it's greed across the board for her.
Guild Boss, it's actually Desire just because you don't run her in a team where she has a DPS with her that much.
Oh really?
You can. So because Sayo does decent damage, you can still run her with greed. I actually just threw Desire on Anna because she doesn't matter.
I have greed on Anna and Desire on Soren.
You can swap those.
I feel like Soren does more damage I feel like Soren does more damage, so she needs the Desire more, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter, I guess.
They're about the same.
I mean, at A5, she gives 20% water damage alone as it is, like by herself, which is fucking crazy. And then Meilin adds an extra 8%, plus her A4 gives another 8%, so 16%. What is that? That's 30 36%, and then apparently Cha's kit's going to have water as well. You might be up to 50% of water damage by the time this is all done. So I feel like the Zarya is not going to be
Desire is
something you
going
want
to
to run.
work really bad.
Yeah, it's going to be really diminishing on that. So anyways, we'll put that on there for now. Okay, Mirei. Oh, sorry, BOT. Just greed. Just run greed. I don't see why you would run anything else, right? Would you guys run anything else?
Yeah, actually.
I guess the
yeah.
destruction set? Because all of our
no,
skills
no,
have
no,
greed.
that's us.
No.
Is it us? Yeah.
It's Obsidian. It's Obsidian and Guardian.
Obsidian and Guardian.
Yeah.
Guardian?
Why would you run a Guardian?
Maybe Igris?
Yeah, you can
well,
run the Igris set too, but like you can run Guardian. Like I'm pretty sure in some other BOTs we're gonna at some point, but you can run the Side Foundation.
Dragon Knight? Yeah, Max is saying Dragon Knight as
Yeah.
well too, right there. Dragon Knight set. Would you solid analysis?
Maybe at some point, yeah.
Just because of her break abilities? Right?
As a support for Song Jinwoo, you would run her like permanently. You would run her with Sylph because she's just like Emma. If you have her as a support, if she breaks with her support skill, she actually resets her support skill. So you would have 2 Sylph stacks.
Support. So Sylph?
Yep. So like she would get 2 Sylph stacks with that, which is
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah. Well, I still don't know about this yet, guys. I know some people are saying it. We haven't tested it enough yet. Haven't tested. Like her skills hit hard, like both all. And the good thing is her skills reset, right? So when you break somebody, her ult resets, her skills reset. So technically, you could do a shitload of damage with this. But I haven't done any testing, so I can't really talk about that one, to be honest.
No, but like the Destructive set, I ran it for for a BOT like the last 3 days. I tried it, and basically it for sure doesn't count the core attack because you would need like one more rotation of core attack and basic attack to actually kill the mini boss with Destructive.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, and she does her core attack 3 times in a row when her ultimate's up too. So, or maybe even 4 times. It's a crazy amount of core attack. Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead with that. So we're done with Saren. Let's go with who do we got next, guys? Also, if you haven't done so, guys, take a few seconds. Go give this a like. I'm gonna promote these guys' channels after this because this is a lot of work. So I appreciate you guys coming on, Ryan, especially for you because I know you're at work right now and you could get fired. And I'm still hoping for that to happen to some extent, just so I can record it and have it here forever. If you're looking for a job, dude, you can move here with Megan. Work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, to get you some good content for skill.
Fuck off. Okay, here we go. Let's go. I knew you were gonna go to that. Mirei. So this is a unit that people are afraid is gonna get replaced by Leonard. I don't think Mirei is going anywhere personally. I think she's too fucking good. So Curse.
Well, that depends on them though. Like if they
True.
make Leonard the best unit in
True.
the game,
Yeah.
she's gone.
True. I don't know, man. I don't see her getting replaced still. I think she's so
Now
fucking
you just
good.
you don't see her not getting replaced. You just don't hope.
I hope it's true. It's true. I'm hoping. So Curse, Obsidian. Obsidian's probably gone for WOBL, or do people use Obsidian?
No, you could still use it if you manage your MP correctly.
Yeah, with Hansi Me, exactly. Okay, and then
And also 4 pieces Infamy for Obsidian.
Infamy, right?
work
Yeah,
well.
Obsidian works really well for that. There we go. Infamy right there.
I
because
still think Infamy plus Obsidian is too much damage increase and would like.
Mirei
not
stacks
work that
expert
well.
kind of ass. Okay, so Ice is saying Mirrei's stack experts.
Oh yeah,
ass,
expert is
79.
dog shit for her, 100%.
Okay.
Obsidian over expert for her.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you guys say this? Because I don't know what I use for mine. Hold on a sec. Let me go to mine. Oh, no, never mind. That Marble closed my game down on me. Forgot. I can't even see that. Okay. He's German. He's goated. You guys realize that doesn't matter, right? Okay. So this is it. We're not going any further. No champion on the field.
Yeah, just the thing to keep in mind, I was trying both. With Infamy, it's easier to manage MP in compared to
Of course,
Curse.
of course.
The whole thing is just all about it. Of course, Curse is going to be over Infamy if you have it like with better stats, with better MP consumption, and so on.
Right. No, I agree. POD. Expert for sure, though, on this one. I think that's because you're going to get over 79 stacks for sure.
Yeah, at some point.
Why Infamy? Because of the scaling of her basic attack skills, because all of her skills come from her basic attack. Her ultimate doesn't do shit, right? So Infamy works really well for that. Also, the MP...
Yeah,
MP,
only 4 pieces. Only 4 pieces.
Only 4 pieces,
No
though.
way you're going to run 8 pieces on her.
Again, this is an option, guys. Curse is still better in my opinion, but this is still an option. right? Yeah, we went through
Yep.
Kanai already.
Yep.
Yeah, AP, as Max is saying, AP's curse has never been good. It's only good for CP bloating, which is your combat increase to fight things. Expert is just, AP's is useless practically. GB. Does Obsidian even matter in GB? Do people use Obsidian with Mirai? I don't. I use Expert only. Just 'cause it's...
During the last day, I was running like for Infamy and for Obsidian on her, and I got fairly close results in compared to Focus for Expert. Just again, she is able to manage her MP during the whole battle. But it will require people to test this out more, try different, stats, compositions, and so on. So it's not like a final version, but for me, they worked pretty much similar.
Yeah, for those asking me to put this in a spreadsheet, it's not happening. I will upload this video. It's being recorded right now, and I'll upload it with some cuts, so it's a lot shorter. But yeah, so a lot of people are saying that Infamy has a lot of diminishing return. I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys. I'm not saying that it's better. We're saying it's viable. We're not saying it's better. We're just saying it's viable. I think that's a fair thing to say, that if you don't have a good curse set and you're brand new and you're building from scratch, Infamy is still viable. It's just not as good as curse. We all agree on that? Or do we? Right? Everyone good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only benefit which I consider from this set is it helps to manage MP a little bit better,
Yeah,
and that's it.
that's it. That's the real.
Which is important for many hunters. This is the only thing that matters here.
Yeah.
Not like scaling, it scales like a shit. It's only about MP.
Yeah, Warmonger. Why would you do toughness ISO for her? She's got so much crit damage and crit rate already on.
I assume it's for BOT.
Oh, for BOT,
BOT
yes,
would
yes.
run the Warmonger and Toughness.
Yeah, that I agree. That I agree for sure. Warmonger and toughness for sure for BOT. Obsidian. And
That's
the rest,
it.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, toughness and Obsidian. And Max is saying toughness Obsidian. I kind of agree with him on that one. I don't.
No, you can also run. Warmonger.
Okay, I'll put that.
As I said, the Asians do it a lot, like the Koreans mainly.
I love that you said the Asians do it a lot. Do they do it a lot? Is that why they're so populated, Go Hack? Is that why there's so many of them out there? Is that what you meant?
That's not what I said.
No, that's not what... Use your words correctly, sir.
You need to stop putting words into my mouth.
I'm going to put something else in your mouth to keep it up.
That's gay.
You were going to say that.
I knew you were going to say that, and I didn't want to.
Okay.
Set yourself up. Set yourself up.
So
Look at you.
gay.
It's so gay.
No, you talking about setting himself up. You're the one that said it.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about shoes. What were you thinking about, guys? Putting into mouth.
Maybe.
What?
Shoes? Is that a German thing? You put shoes in the mouth? Is that what that? I usually put other things. Okay, so hold on a second. I'm gonna leave that one alone. All right, let's keep going here, guys. We're almost done. Let's keep going. So Mirai is finito, folks. What do we have left? We have Goto, Essel, and Gina. Let's go with Gina first, because I want to see what we put inside Gina. I mean, what we put on Gina. I mean, you guys know what I mean. So Gina is gonna be blessing. Does Desire even work on her, or Wish work on her? I guess it does, right? Wish would be pretty good for her because of the attack bonus.
Wish
Actually,
works
like, going
better
itself a
a
lot.
little bit for Yusuyun, but it works worse for Kanai.
For Kanai. Right. Okay. So what else you guys put on her? Guardian for sure. Sylph for
Guardian
sure.
Sylph is pretty good.
Yeah, that's I think is probably her best
And
combo.
then
That's the
you
one I
got
use.
the regular like Shining Star standing thing that you could run.
Right.
Probably not actually, because Fire Team is really bad with attack scaling. I wouldn't do it.
Unless you use Yusuyun.
With Yusuyun.
Yeah,
with
you would
Yusuyun,
use
it works way better.
100%.
Right. Okay. Let's just go with this. These will be last. I think this is technically first, in my opinion, and then the rest. Right? Is that fair?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. POD, same scenario. Really nothing changes. The only thing you would take out is these two. These would not belong.
Yeah.
Remove those. GB, same thing. And then lastly, BOT. I think, honestly, I don't know why anybody would use anything but these two. You could use Blessing technically, I think, but I think this is still the best thing to go with, right?
You wouldn't use Blessing on GB.
Yeah. Not a GB?
GB? No.
No. 100% no.
Never. Okay.
No.
We'll remove that.
Guardian Sylph.
Okay. Guardian Self across the board?
For GB, yeah.
Yeah, we're not even done yet. I'm going to still do content after this, guys. And we still have a giveaway to kind of reach. So don't worry. We're not done. All right. So Gina is done. Good old Gina. Simple yet effective. All right, guys. Essel or Goto? Who do you want to do last?
As you wish.
Okay, we'll do Essel first.
Not desire.
Not desire. We say greed. Not desire. Just pretty much greed, I think. I don't think I've used her anything outside of greed.
It's pretty much
Again,
just
if you're
greed.
using her with Yusuyun, you can put on the upper side like the Shining Star or Aquamarine set, depending on what you're using with the Gina.
So with Yusuyun, but that's it. But that's as far as it goes. But everything else is just pretty much greed across the board, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Last one. The man of the hour, the king of the fucking world, the ant killer, the headless horseman. He's going to be the next Halloween unit, I promise. Goto.
I would actually be a pretty
damn
dope
good
costume.
That would be a pretty dope costume. He just holds his head on a horse with his sword and he never sheathes it because he doesn't know how to. All right, what are we going to do here, guys? Greed?
I feel like this one's pretty standard greed obsidian.
Curse Obsidian, ever? Would you ever use Curse
And
Obsidian?
actually, for him,
No, probably
I
not.
would say that Destructive is working pretty much well. Probably he's the only one breaker I can say that he's working with this set good, because he's spamming exactly with basic skills like non-stop. And you can use him like without tagging out, just really non-stop.
Is this agreeable, guys? Does everyone agree with this, or should I remove one? I'm gonna let you all decide on this one. I don't have him on my.
I mean, I think destructive is an option, but he typically doesn't have mana issues being above 40, and so you might as well just have it for everything, including ultimate, and if it's only skills.
Good there.
Just in my case, for example, on my free-to-play account, which I created, I'm using him as the main DPS, so he's the only one DPS, let's say, which I have, and I finished Hard Workshop of Brilliant Light on Baran with him.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, with this set, with Destructive one.
Okay. That's great. So we can put Destructive on there. I'm okay with keeping it on there. I haven't tested it. That's why I have you guys here for those who did test it. It's there. So there you guys go. That is the full setup. Now, first off, I want to say thank you to GoHack, Alex, Ryan for your input. This is actually a lot less argumentative than I thought it would be. I'm glad we were able to be all civil, guys. Well done. For everybody else watching, I will condense this into a much smaller video. I'd say probably half, maybe less than half the time. And for those also watching, keep in mind this will evolve as we do more testing. This will evolve as content comes out. And a lot of these units that we're talking about, I'd say 70% we've tested. I think this is fair to say. 30% of it, we just don't have the proper content to test yet, right? When it comes down to WOBL, for example, all the water team's not being used, right? Dart team's not being used. So we're just giving you guys theoretical information. So if anybody ever comes out and says all of this has been tested on everything, bullshit. I call bullshit. You're going to need some more time to do this. So again, this is a living document. It will expand further. It will get bigger, kind of like me, and it will continue to grow, kind of like GoHack.
It's just impossible to test everything properly with this amount of time.
Yeah. Real quick, so thank you guys. You guys feel free to stay on or jump off or whatever you do. Please feel free to record this and use this on your channels. Before I go anywhere, though, I do want to say a big shout out to GoHack's channel. So go please support. I will link it right now in Alex's channel as well. And I'm going to send you guys Ryan's OnlyFans. Go support him. I don't think he has many followers yet, but I think
you should also shout out Aisu because she's the one that helps me the most with the testing.
Yes. I will do that as well too. There's GoHack. Go like and support. Aisu. I'll just throw her in here now because I think she's got. There we go. 70. Let's get it to 100 subscribers, folks. Aisu's, and then Alex's, of course. Alex, congratulations on getting past the 1K mark. You're getting up there, man. Rudik, Alex.
Yeah.
And good job on all the testing. So thank you for all that as well. And then, of course, I'll send you guys Ryan's OnlyFans in a second. Just give me a sec, guys.
I could be a sub of Ryan's OnlyFans.
Nah, it's just going to be a link to Payne's Discord.
He told you guys the trick. It is a link to my Discord. He sends Viking pics of him with shields and axes, and completely shirtless pics with skirts. It's great.
He also sends Kratos with a maid outfit cosplay. It's pretty cool.
That's just weird.
Yeah,
Also,
what do
he
you
speaks
what do
for
you-
Scots
what do you call
specifically.
that? Go ahead. What do you call that?
It's called. I'm not gonna say it. That's between you and me.
Okay. All right. Big shout out to all the guilds: Pain's Angels, Ragnarok, Zeus. We have Hades. Who else am I missing, guys? Who else do I have on here? Athena.
There's 10 of them.
Athena, yeah, no, there's a lot of you guys. So shout out to everybody. If you guys want to shout out your own guilds, go hack. I know you're going to join us eventually, so you may as well just shout out one of my guilds. Kaizen's going to break up from what I heard.
No, Kaizen is
What?
doing well.
What are you
I'm
talking
the
about?
best leader in the world. And
This is
shout out
crazy.
to my guild.
This is crazy. Hold on. Keep talking for a sec. I have something else to add to the giveaway, guys. Keep going.
Did he say keep talking?
I thought he said stop talking.
All right. So sorry here, guys. So real quick. So again, tier list is done, guys. We're completed. So the giveaway, we have 21 more donations left. I'm gonna add. I just forgot about this. I'm gonna add 2 more things. There's a keycap here for those who like to put accessories on their keyboards. There's a Luna keycap from Sailor Moon that I have that was professionally made by my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, and I have a Chainsaw Man one right here that could also be added onto a keyboard. So these will be added to the giveaway as well too. I'll send these with it, plus the keychain, and of course my novel, which is a worldwide hit, bestseller, New York Times. I'm just joking, it's not, but it will be signed, and it's a great book. And of course I have a sweater, t-shirt, and a hoodie to be given away. So for those who want to qualify, it's a $10 donation. Once we hit 30 donations, I want to put it on a spinning wheel, and some lucky winner will get that. We sent one out last month. It worked really well. The person got it. They showed it to us, and it's worth over $300 as it is. These keycaps, just so everyone's aware, are also worth $80 a pop. So I'll be giving those away with this one. It'll be a special one, okay? All right. Let's not talk shit about people's guilds, all right? Oh, and also don't forget, guys, Go Hack and Typal are starting a level 1 guild to help other players. So I'm just joking. I'm just fucking around. Okay, guys, before we go, since I have you all on here, have you guys all seen Cha's kit, the new Cha?
The kit?
Thank you, Jules. Yes. The kit. Have you guys all seen the kit? Do you know what she's all about?
You
Have
mean
seen the
like
leaks?
leaked?
Yes.
I don't know
leaked.
what you're talking about. We don't
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about
I have
that stuff.
no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking
No
about.
idea.
All
You
right.
need to
Give
us the sauce right now.
Okay. So for those who have seen it, we're not going to talk about her exact kit because I don't want to talk about her. But I'm going to say this: she is going to be absolutely broken. She has so much defense stacking in her kit, so much crit and crit damage stacking in her kit that I feel like she's going to be the first unit that can break the barrier between attack and defense and make defense a viable DPS spec. So
Looks really good.
it looks really, really good for those who haven't seen it. I'm talking about like insane amount of defense stacking. So I feel like she's going to break the game as a 1-year anniversary unit. Are you guys going to work on your water team? And if so, who's on your water team? Are you guys going to go Meilin, Sorin, and Cha, or are you guys going to try WOBL with Wind? Oh shit, what is that, babe?
I mean,
I'm going to do it both anyways.
Thanks.
sounds
Yeah, same.
Sayo and Alicia.
Thank you. What? What did you say?
I'm gonna do a WBL with Nam, honestly.
Y'all fucking
Maybe what's that healer, that SR healer? What's her name?
Yeah, Juhi,
Juhi!
Juhi. I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yo, how cool would it be if Johi got into like a WOBL and just started getting scared and all of her MP dropped and she actually doesn't move? That'd be so lore accurate. They should have made it like that, man, where she can only be used in certain content. C gates only, nothing above that. That would have been amazing.
Go hack challenge mode. Juhi, Nam, and Anna.
I mean, I'll do Juhi, Nam, and Cha because I need a DPS, but sure.
No, just go with Anna.
It's not gonna work.
Can I ask you all a question for a second? Wait, hold on. Payneblade, will there be a second banner separate to Cha? No, you know what? They might do a returning banner. Yeah, they might. It would make sense they return Meilin. I think the fact that they return.
They're returning Meilin now, like next week.
That's what I'm saying. So she'll be in because next week is 1 week before the anniversary, right? I told you guys they're
No,
going to bait everybody with
right?
Alicia. No, we're 2 weeks away, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, May 8th. We're 2 weeks and 3 days away. 2 weeks and 1 day away, as a matter of fact.
In 1 day and 7 hours, Meilin banner is up.
That's what I mean.
For 2
So
weeks.
Oh, for 2 weeks. So yeah, okay. So it'll be on. Sorry guys, 1 sec. I know the volume's loud. Oops. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. I almost gave you guys my whole password and login information. I do want to ask GoHack and Rudik real quick. Do you guys want to show me your stuff and I'll show you mine? Oh, sorry. What I meant to say is, you guys want to show me your free-to-play account and I'll show you mine, and let's just kind of see where we're at. I want to get your perspectives on free-to-play on SLA, because I feel like I've talked so much about how generous this game is, but I want to get your experience as brand new free-to-play players. Because I know GoHack,
You want to share like us on the screen right now?
Yeah. Share your screen. Share your screen.
Yeah, sure. Just need to log in.
I'll take this chance and roll out.
Yeah, Ryan. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hold on, before you go anywhere, let me just show your ugly mug one more time. Everybody, say hi to Ryan again. Look at him. He's such a handsome bitch. Where are you? There you go. Stop stroking your beard, man. Stop doing that.
He can't do this. He wishes he could do this.
Stop doing that. Okay, I do it. I do it on different parts. Hey, Ronnie. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you. Hold on. Something that was said by Abdullah. Defense doesn't have accessories, Payne. Of course they have accessories. It's called Obsidian. And Obsidian is not situational. Obsidian is literally used universally now by everybody. What are we talking about here? Okay, Ryan, go ahead. You can jump on regular chat. Thank you, bro.
All right.
Appreciate you. Love you, buddy. Say hi to Meg for me.
Later, guys.
Ryan, get back to work. I hope someone heard that.
I'm gonna go back to work now. I got a lot to do.
All right.
Bye.
All right, peace. All right.
Yo, Payne, check your Discord real quick. You got pinged in it.
Shit, what did you send me?
It's not me. Check the SLA testing forum.
SLA testing forum.
Yeah.
All about new artifacts. Who pinged me? Oh, who's this? Isu! I love you, Isu. You're so good at this kind of stuff. So there you guys go. Anybody who is looking to get all the information they need, Isu is by far one of the best testers we have. And just a cool-ass girl. Just knows her stuff. If you guys think girls can't game, meet Isu. Ronnie, thank you so much for the donation, brother. Appreciate you. Guys, 19 more donations for the giveaway, so please get it out there. If you guys need to join the Discord here, get your role, and you guys can all see the SLA testing forums, all about new artifacts. We will do a video on this separately, so you guys can get that covered.
So I'm sharing the game right now from my free-to-play.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's see. Where is your account? There it is. Oh wait, Rudik, I have to put you on you're on a whole different. I forgot you're on a whole different thing. Wait, I see your webcam. Are you sharing on Discord?
Yeah.
I'm sharing on Discord.
Okay, 1 sec. I think it's loaded.
GoHack, you can see it.
Oh, there you
yeah?
are. There we go. I see it now.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, let's see this.
Yeah, so basically I have 19 logins, but to be honest with you, I skipped the whole freaking week because of doing tests and all the new stuff, so I was just logging in without farming and so on. And right now, if we're going to have a look at hunters, for example, that's what I got within like black tickets and without spending a lot on raid up tickets.
It's not bad. So you focus primarily on win team.
Yep, for now. Right now I switching focus to the fire team because anyways I need to do it eventually because of Deimos. I just will need to do it. And I'm probably going to summon for Serene on this account. I'm collecting still essence and raid up tickets. And like for the story mode I still have a lot of things to do. Even Battlefield of Trials there are a lot. Hunter Archive isn't touched almost at all. Like for the story mode, I completed the normal for 100%, hard for 90%, reverse I didn't touch, almost only 48%. So there is a lot of resources still to farm. I guess at least water team from raid up tickets I can build it properly without any questions.
So what is you, in your 19-day login, you finish hard mode Baron, right?
Like we're going here, yep.
Right. That's pretty impressive. 19 days. I think I did it with Fire Team.
I'm right now at the final stage with him the only problem that I have, it's not about damage, it's about breaking him. So as soon as I'm going to reach, I guess, 800k total power, I will be fine. It's only about breaking, it's not about damage.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you guys go. 19
But all
days.
the rest completed.
Yeah, all the rest is
Yep.
completed. That's pretty damn impressive. GoHack, I think you've had yours longer, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not logged on it, but like I don't play mine as religiously as you do and Alex do. To be honest, like I play mine whenever I'm on stream, and if I don't stream that day, I'm barely doing my dailies. Like mine is like probably on the weaker side. Like I'm chilling. Like I don't farm story that much. I just do what I can do on the moment, and I don't really try hard or anything. But like honestly, the experience is not too bad. Like they're pretty generous. It's kind of insane, to be honest.
So, if you guys were to start over and you were to spend, how much do you think you need to spend to be able to do endgame content at this point?
You just need to build smart your teams and invest.
It's not even how much you need to spend, I think, because like for example, endgame content you would mean like hard demos. I think hard demos is more of a time thing than a money thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least at some point. Because obviously, like if you drop, like if you start the game, you drop 10k, then you're gonna roll over the game, obviously. But no one's really gonna do that at any point. So
That's fair. That's fair. Why am I claiming funds?
I feel like if you start right now and you don't have like a Leviathan in your server, I think you can be first in every content easily with like $100 a month, not even.
I don't like your boy right now. I'm number 1 in everything, and I'm a completely free-to-play player. My server's blessed, bro. I'm number 2 right now. Son of a bitch, he beat me. Hold on.
Yeah, depends on your on your server, like I said.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Like servers play a big role. I know some people like that are in massive Leviathans servers, and it sucks for them. But I've got pretty blessed by being in a pretty small Dolphin server, which honestly the players are fairly consistent, so it doesn't take too much to beat and get number 1 or 2 or 3, which is all you really need in this game. It's not that competitive either. Like the prizes between 1, 2, and 3 are so minuscule, it doesn't make or break the results too much anyways, right? So I think that's the big thing.
The funny thing that I joined kind of fresh server with free to play when I started, and people here they are sweating really for I don't know, BOT or some stuff like that. Even one guy just came to my stream saying that, oh boy, you beat my score on BOT. Congrats, I was trying so hard and so on. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I
that's
just
crazy.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah, you know what? I know a lot of people who just auto it. They just don't care enough. Now, hard mode, like very hard mode, POD is coming out very soon. That's coming out in June, if I recall. That's where they're doing it. Plus, there's going to be like competitive aspects to it. Do you guys still try for POD in your main accounts?
Not really.
I did for the first time in months. Like
How'd it go?
2 days ago.
How'd it go?
Honestly, not too bad. Like when you know the rotation, it's just rinse and repeat. It's actually pretty fucking boring, to be honest.
It's crazy.
Like the old pod was super.
Enjoying POD is the fire setup. That's it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dog setup is dog shit. I agree with that. But like one thing with POD is back then it was super frustrating because one bad pattern could ruin your game.
Yeah.
But at some point.